There's not, I don't know why I did the siren. Sometimes, I just get too excited and have to press the siren button, even though there's no fucking need for the siren. There's no breaking news. Yeah. Nothing's happened. There's no need for the siren. But it is Friday. It is Friday. So sometimes the siren has to be played just because it's a Friday and we're at the end of the week. Hopefully you guys are all doing well, guys. Make sure you smash up the likes if you've not done so already. Let's get those likes up straight away. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Hopefully Martin can join us shortly. Big up to Tone as well for joining the Friday show. Lots to discuss. Plus, we've got Pep Guardiola's press conference, which is due to start in 20 minutes' time. So we can get an injury update and see what he's saying, man. But yeah, Tone, how you doing, man? You good?
I'm really good. Yes, thank you. And people asking, I am wearing the away shirt again. It is always the second and the fourth, or the fourth kit on the shows. I've gone second. That will make people happier because a lot of people seem to hate the fourth. So I've gone with the away. Hello, everybody. Hello, LB. Are you well?
I've got the Asahi Super Dry training kit, which was gifted during a sponsor at my previous role at City Extra. So yeah, there you go. Nice. There you go. This is exclusive. You can't buy this with the Super Dry on it. So maybe one day, I'll raffle it off for charity to one of you weirdos in the chat who you know what I mean, who wants to have the It's LB t-shirt, you know what I mean? So maybe probably not. Although there are a lot of weirdos in my chat, Tone. I can't lie, there are a lot of weirdos in my chat, and someone probably would pay for it. But yeah, look, listen. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Big game coming up at the weekend. I think it's going to be. I expect us to win, but I think it's going to be tougher than people. People think. Fulham are a good team. Marco Silva's a very attacking manager. They're sitting 6th in the Premier League right now, and we're not in a bad state. But obviously, we all know that we're not cooking. You know, we're not cooking on gas right now. You know what I mean? With our recent results, obviously Bratislava 4-0, but still a lot of people weren't particularly happy with that. Newcastle drew. Watford 2-1, not great. Drew against Arsenal, drew against Inter Milan, and then it was a poor performance in the 2-1 win over Brentford. So we're not like doing bad, but we're not cooking on gas. And if we don't turn up at the weekend, you know, this could be a potential banana skin. Now we beat Fulham last year, and I'm really on this trend line thing of like, if we match the same results as we did last year, point for point, I think we'll win the league again. And right now we're trending, Tone, on the same points as last year. We're trending on the same because we drew. We drew at Chelsea last season, but we won this year. And last year we beat Newcastle, but this year we drew, so that evens it out. So Fulham, we beat Fulham. Yeah, we're on the same. So for me this weekend, huge game, mate.
Yeah, it is. It's massive, and it's going to be a tough game. I think, like you said, Fulham are very good, doing really well. I know a couple of Fulham fans, and they're really happy about the direction they're going in. Fulham are a funny one, really. I know I bang on about spend and stuff, but they've actually spent. They're one of them teams that spend a lot of money, but they go under the radar a bit, and no one really sort of mentions them. But if you have a look at the spend, they've spent a bloody lot of money since Marco Silva's been there, and he's built a good team with it. It's not. I'm not just saying, oh, they spent loads. They should be good. United have spent loads. They're shite. So I'm not saying that at all. But Fulham are really good. I watched a fair bit of their game at Forest. They won 1-0 last week. I think it was last week, that one. And I was very impressed. Very, very impressed. I thought they kept the ball well. Yeah, they look a very, very good team. City will need to be near their best, certainly, to win the game. I think we will. I don't think it'll be easy. I seem to recall we beat them with 10 men with a late penalty, or was that the season before?
I think that was the season before. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that was the season before.
Yeah,
it was when Anthony Robinson gave a penalty away at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, Fulham fans were saying De Bruyne dived, and to be fair, he milked.
No, that was last year. Last year we smacked them up 5-1.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good then. Hopefully that's a sign. But no, I don't see it being 5-1. I mean, City are certainly capable of winning 5-1, but everything points to 2-0. Maybe 2-1, 3-1, somewhere around there. City aren't firing at the moment, as you said. We're playing okay. Our results have been good, not great. They've been good. I didn't think we played particularly well in the week, but then we're going to make changes to that team anyway. So yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. It should be a really good game because Fulham do play. They don't tend to just sit there and go on, then break us down. They come out and they'll have a go, and they will look at teams like Brentford, certainly early on, and go, look, hang on a minute. When teams actually come out and have a little bit of a go, and try to win the game, it's possible, and it is against us. So it should be a good game.
Our record against, I don't know. I know the chat might cook me here. I'm sorry, chat. Yeah, I know you're always saying, don't do it, LB. Don't do it. Don't be the jinx guy. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah. Look at our record versus Fulham.
Oh, yes.
Let us go down. Look at that. Win. We've not lost against them since 2009.
Yeah. I think I was at that game, you know.
Shea Given, Dunn, Noah, Zabaleta, Richards, Garrido.
And we lost 3-2, did we?
3-1. De Jong, Tuhu. Bro, that's the most defensive fucking lineup I've ever seen in my life. Who was the manager there?
09. Was that before? Was that Hughes, maybe?
I think it would have been Hughes, wasn't it? Where does it not say the manager? Yeah, 2009. Yeah, that would have been Hughes, wouldn't it?
I was at the game. Do you remember when Fulham were basically going down and we were 2 up and we lost 3-2 and they had Roy Hodgson?
Yeah.
Kamara.
There was a period, about 12 years ago when we were 2-0 up and we were 2-2. There we go, that one. We were 2-0 up in that one, I think, and we drew 2-2. And then we drew 2-2 at their place. I'm sure we were 2-0 up in that one as well. So I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, our record since then has been very good. We had a slight bogey period, but then since then, we've been phenomenal. We've won every single game since 2012, which is great stuff, and some big score lines, lines in there as well. So yeah, man. Listen, I'm excited for the game. For me, it's really, really important for us to go into this international break in a positive mindset. Because if we drop points, Tom, people are going to be like proper down. People are going to be so negative going into this international break. Then we come back and have Wolves, by the way, who we lost last year to. So that's a great opportunity. You know, I'm talking about the trend line. That's a great opportunity to get +3 points on that. But it's going to be a tricky game, even though they've been poor this year. So we really, really need to be getting off to a good start here in this Fulham game. And I expect to see some better performances, some of the players. Obviously, Foden, this will be his 3rd start for Manchester City this season, so hopefully his performance level can improve. Gundogan, if he starts, there's no guarantee that he will start, but if he starts again, can he improve? Can his fitness levels be back up there? We're getting into that period now for me, Tone, where the whole thing about pre-season and like fitness, it's starting to, there's no real excuses now. We're getting into that part of the season where people are starting to play enough games now where not having a pre-season isn't really a thing.
No, people need to step up now. I think Foden will start. I don't think Gundogan will start because he's played twice already this week, I think. Yeah, he definitely started at Newcastle. He was terrible. And then he played a bit better in midweek. So I don't think he'll start. I think it'll be Foden, Bernardo and Kovacic, I would imagine, would be the midfield 3, would be my guess. Just because Byrne and Kovacic didn't play in the week. Although someone was saying Kovacic is in a bit of pain, but he's been training, I think. So hopefully he's all right. I think he had a foot problem or a toe problem or something, Kovacic. We need to sign off. We do tend to have these weird games, more so when we get back from international duty, where we're just off the ball for some reason. I don't know so much about it before. I think people looked at that Brentford game before the World Cup, when we lost 2-1 at home, and go, we're always bad before the internationals. I don't know if that's the sort of, they're looking at that game.
Yeah, I think maybe we're just looking at that game. I don't know. We lost against United a couple of years ago as well, just before the international break.
Oh, yeah, no. Look, we need the 3 points. I think Liverpool have got a fairly. Oh no, they're at Palace, so that is tricky. But and they played.
They should have lost there last year. Do you remember the Palace game, Liverpool Palace last year? The referee fucking helped them out with that red card.
Yeah,
never a red card.
Yeah, massively helped. But I think we could go into that. Look, it's very early, but we could go into that 4 behind Liverpool. There's a little bit of pressure, obviously. Very, very early. I'm not talking title, but there's a little bit there. But yeah, we'll have to turn up. We've got to win, sign off. There's a lot of negativity after the draw with Newcastle, which bamboozled me, to be honest. I didn't really get it. I know we didn't play that well, but a draw at Newcastle is not a terrible result by any means.
No, I think it was the way that it happened. Because I agree. I think if you get a point at Newcastle, it's not a bad point at Newcastle. Like going to Newcastle is one of the hardest away games in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne says it is the hardest place. Like Kevin has said that on an interview. He said the hardest place to get a win is St James's Park. So it's not the bad point. It's the way the point happened. It was the fact that we was 1-0 up and we could have made it 2-0 on multiple occasions, failed to do so, and then just give away such a shit penalty. You know what I mean? And and then after that second half, we didn't really create a great deal. So I think it's the way it happened rather than the result itself. I think.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. And I know we didn't play well. It was weird because I thought we didn't play well at all first half, and we were 1-up, and then second half we were a bit better. What I was very impressed actually with City was when Newcastle made it 1-1. And we were on the ropes for 5 minutes, without doubt, and I thought, shit, we're going to concede again here any minute. And then the 5 minutes passed, and we took complete control till the end of the game. And we pinned them back, made the changes which some people say we should have started with, Savinho, Foden. Yeah, that's right. And we looked a lot better. And we really should have won that game in the last sort of 8-10 minutes where we pinned them back. But look, it was a decent draw. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. If we win tomorrow, that will be 14. That'll be 17 from 21. Which, considering who we've played, Brentford home's tough, Chelsea away is tough, Newcastle away is tough, Arsenal we played them as well. That's a pretty damn good return, and if we can go away unbeaten as well, be very nice.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I think I don't know, man. I feel like the media, and rival fans are sort of making a bigger deal out of City this season than needs to be. Right. And listen, I'm not a happy clapper. You know, I mean, I just say it how it is. I don't think so. I think since he's put Walker back in the team, I think we've looked worse. That's my opinion. I think the first 3 games in the Premier League we look good. Since he's changed it, I think we've looked real bad. Brentford, probably worst performance of the season. Very lucky. Arsenal, Karl Walker arguably at fault for both goals. And then the game at the weekend, again, Walker's in it. For me, the first 3 games were actually pretty good. I was actually really impressed in how quick we'd started, how good we'd started. But the facts are the facts. We're still unbeaten after 6 games. We've drew 2 games, right? And the 2 games that we've drawn are Arsenal at home, right? Which was difficult because of the situation that they put us under by putting every play on the edge of the box, and Newcastle away. Now, I'm a bit gutted that we didn't win any of them because what I really want to see our record against the better teams this year improve compared to last year. Because last year we only won 3 games against the top 6, 2 against United, and then 1 against Spurs. Everyone else we drew or lost, mainly draws. So I want to see that improve. I want to see us get better against the big teams. But with 6 games into a season, we're second. We're 1 point behind Liverpool, who've played nobody good at all. And some of the rival fans are going on like we're just trash and that we're just like, and it's just like, what is going on here? Have we been at our scintillating best? No, but we're still a point behind Liverpool, and we've not been at our scintillating best. They've not been at their scintillating best, but we played 2 decent teams, and Liverpool have played none. So chill out, calma. And I've said after the international break, that's when I'm going to start properly judging this Manchester City team, because I think at that point, there's no excuses for pre-season, no excuses for fitness, no excuses for minutes. So these next few games, Fulham, Wolves after the international break, for me, I'm going to learn a lot about this team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we've got Fulham home, Wolves away. This is Premier League. I know we've got other games. Saints at home, I'm at that one. And then I think it's Bournemouth away. Now, on paper, and look, we all know what happened at Wolves last year, and it could happen again. I think they've been a bit unlucky to be on the points they're on. So it's wary. But on paper, you look at that and you go, that's not bad. You know, it's not a bad little run. Especially, the couple of home games there. Bournemouth are a decent side. So
we need 4 wins out of 4 there. I'm going to say, as it's straight down the middle, we need 4 wins out of 4.
If we win 4, we'll be top by the end of that 4.
Yeah, 100%. We need to win 4 out of 4.
Yeah. And Liverpool, in my view, is Liverpool won't be in the title race. They won't be there April, May time, in my view. But I think City and Arsenal will be, and they're the only 2 teams that can win the title unless some freak thing happens like Leicester, which I don't see that happening. I don't mean Leicester. I meant Leicester back then. Not this season, definitely not. So yeah, I think I am a little concerned about the Wolves game just because of last season, and they have players who can hurt us on the break. But looking really to tomorrow, finish this off, get 3 points, and everyone has a nice little break, stress-free for 2 weeks. Everyone's happy. Get ready to come back for Wolves. We can all go out, enjoy the sunshine, maybe. But we can all go out, relax, have a nice couple of weeks, chilled out, no City stuff going on, and then we come back to it again. But tomorrow's key. Yeah, you're right. Tomorrow we've got to win. Got to finish with a win.
Yeah, 100%. So if we get 12 points, right, out of our next 4 games, we'll be unbeaten in 10 football matches in the Premier League, and we'll be on 26 points.
Yeah.
So Liverpool's next 4 games in the Premier League are... Let's have a look. They've got Palace away, tough.
Tricky.
Right? I'd argue that's tougher than any of our games. They've got Chelsea at home, tough, because Chelsea are now pretty decent. Yeah. Arsenal away, so one of them's dropping points, if not both.
Brilliant.
And they've got Brighton at home.
That's not easy either.
Yeah. I would be surprised if Liverpool win all 4 of those games. Can they win all 4 of them? Absolutely. Absolutely can win all 4 of them. Would I be surprised if they did? Yes, I would be surprised. As for Arsenal's next 4 games in the Premier League, I think they've actually got easy games. They've got Southampton at home, easy win. Bournemouth away, should be a win. Liverpool, again, one of them's dropping points. And then Newcastle away. And by the way, after that, 5th game for them is Chelsea away. So this is why I'm saying, chat. I'm not saying we've got to win 4 out of 4 because, the teams are not that great. And, I'm just saying it because, like, at the end of the day, Arsenal or Liverpool, if not both of them, are dropping points in this next 4. They have to because they play each other, right? The teams that we are playing, we should be beating. This is an opportunity for City to go up on the points difference, to Arsenal or Liverpool, or maybe both of them if they draw the Arsenal-Liverpool game. This is an opportunity that we have to take. I also think psychologically as well, if we can get to 10 games into the season without losing a football match and being unbeaten, I think that's very, very good. I think that's very, very strong. And people will go, wow, start of the season, they've not even been playing that well, and they're still unbeaten. And they played Newcastle away, and they played Arsenal at home, and they played Chelsea away. You know what I mean? It's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look, we have had a tricky start as well, but I'm surprised at rivals. I mean, to be fair, they're going to talk shit about City because they're all begging that we drop off a little bit because and you would, because we are much better than they are. But I think I'm surprised that they're pointing out that City have been so, not poor maybe, but off the ball and stuff, because we do tend to start slow. I know a couple of tweets with the Stat City guys, and they said, well, actually, City won the first sort of 7 games or 6 or whatever it was last season. But I was more saying about the performances. We can play poor and win. I'm just talking more getting to our stride in terms of the way we play, and it does take us a bit of time at the start of the season. It always does under Pep, I think. So, yeah, no, I think we'll be fine. I don't think we're playing poorly. I just think we're having little spells, like sort of half hours.
Pep's also playing around with the team, though, isn't he, as well, Tom? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Pep's messing around with the team. Like, you look at the starting 11. Have we played the same starting 11 twice this season? Have we even played like 70% of the team twice this season? Like, we seem to be messing around with the midfield. The wingers change every single game. The defenders are changing. Is it Rico? Is it Walker? Is it Stones? Is it Akanji? Is it Diaz? Like, what's going on there? In the last match, Ortega played in goal, not Edison. So there's a lot of chopping and changing, and that doesn't help. And I don't think Pep's doing that. I don't think Pep's doing that for any other reason than he's trying to work out what the system's going to be. People talking about rotation. Pep don't really do a great deal of rotation like that. Pep likes to have, like, I'm playing this guy, you know what I mean? But it takes him a while to work out which players are in form, which players are getting the system, what system he wants to play. And I think that always happens in the first 4 or 5 months of the season. In the second half of the season, he gets the system, he knows what system's best, and then we just run with that to the end of the year. Like, if you look at the runs that we usually go on when we win like 20 games or 10 games, 15 games in a row, there's not a great deal of changes in there because that's the system that he's running. So at the moment, I think he's just in this discovery phase, this experimental phase, trying to work out what's going on. Is Walker washed or is he just having a bad time? And he'll just keep playing him until he works out. And if it turns out that he's not good, he'll drop him. I think we're just in that sort of environment right now. And what happens with that is the performances are not going to be 10 out of 10.
No, quite right. Look, we are still finding our feet, and it does take time. I think you're right. I think Pepe's still trying to find out who can play where. Like the Karl Walker stuff's a big concern. We haven't really seen a Kanji out there with Stones and Diaz in the middle. Maybe we'll see that tomorrow with Rico just starting bang straight in the centre of mid. He's still trying stuff out. He'll also need to work out more than one way and one team because we've got so many games. So he's probably weighing up who can play where in these various games. I mean, I was looking at the fixture list. I don't think we've got a break for after the bar the international breaks, because there's one in November. But I mean, a midweek, I think it's Carabao, then it's Champ League, then we're back to the Carabao if we win. Although at Tottenham, that's going to be really tough. But I think it'll take us a bit more time. I don't expect us to be at our free-flowing best yet. And anybody that thinks, look, we are capable of rocking up at a game like tomorrow, winning 5-0 and everything just going. There's no doubt about it. Doku could have one of them games where I found him so frustrating in the week, his final ball again. But he's going to have one of them games soon where it all works.
It's funny, isn't it? You not find it funny, the whole Doku thing, mate? Like, honestly, it's I find this whole Doku Grealish thing so hilarious, man. It's just like, and what I find funny as well is just like people trying to moderate. I've said this on the stream recently. People try to moderate like people's opinions. Like, people are gonna have their views on football players. They always have done since the beginning of time, and they always will do. You sitting there trying to tell us that Doku's sick because he does all these take-ons, or that Grealish is mint because he holds the ball, or the opposite, Doku's crap because he doesn't do this, or Grealish is crap. It's not going to change anyone's opinion. Everyone's got their own opinions, and like at the end of the day, just let people have their opinion and have it, because it's not going to change, man. Like, that's the thing. I thought Doku's second half was terrible. That's my opinion. He was terrible. Like, there's no point in you like, on Twitter or someone on Twitter saying, "Oh, like, why can't they just be happy for the play?" Bro, it's my opinion is he was terrible second half. I don't have an agenda against Doku. I don't have an agenda against Grealish. I'm not asked.
No.
But like, that's just my views. I sometimes think Jack Grealish offers me absolutely nothing in a game. Like, I feel like people have their own opinions on that, and like you do what you want. Right? But people have definitely got into this position now where they're taking a side on one of the players, and they're just trying to push their views on the players. And I'm just like, I'll just say, like, sometimes I just think they're both useless. Sometimes I think they're both good. Like, is what it is. But Doku was poor. I think Doku was poor for a couple of games, by the way, which is disappointing because last season he ended the season really, really well. He was our best winger. And then this season he started without a pre-season as well, because Grealish was meant to be starting. He started really well. And then I think he just dropped off. And actually, I think Grealish has improved. So that'll happen throughout the season, though, won't it, Tom? Players will go into form, they'll come out of form. That's how football is.
That's it. Don't we want everybody on form? Sometimes I get the impression that someone's so keen on Grealish or Doku, they want the other one to drop off. And it's like, no. We want both of them at 10 out of 10 every bloody game. But Doku, I thought he was terrible second half. I thought he was good first half, bar the final ball again. God alive. The first 2/3 of what he was doing was 9 out of 10 in the first half. And then bang, he's doing the same thing again. But like I say, it will click for him. I'm sure it will at some point. And I think he's a massive player to have in the squad. I definitely think it's a huge positive to have because he's different. And the way he beats players is terrifying for the opposition because he'd beat anybody, at anyone, a one-on-one. If he gets you and he does that little sort of acceleration, you're done. No matter who you are, Saliba or anybody, doesn't matter. It's that final ball. But Grealish, I thought he played really well when he come on, by the way, and at Newcastle as well. And there was a game previously where he'd come on. Oh, it might have been Arsenal. Yeah, it was Arsenal. I thought he played well there. I'm starting Grealish tomorrow for sure. I think he would have had a field day in midweek. The way he plays and the way he glides past players. Yeah, I think he would have.
I think he should have played anyway as well, Tom, because he's not scored a goal since December 2023. And then someone tried to tell me that a goal in pre-season counts. So I was like, oh my God, come on. Come on, man. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Try to give me stats from Barcelona in pre-season. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I mean, come on, man. Like, are you
Community-
seriously giving me this Grealish prop based off a pre-season game? Come
Yeah.
on, man. He's not scored a competitive goal for Manchester City since December 2023, according to Transfermarkt, unless I've read it wrong. Like, and that's why I was surprised he didn't start, man, because he for me, he should have got on the pitch, because I think he needs a bit of confidence, me, Grealish. I think he needs a goal to boost his confidence up, right? Because, like, I'm not being funny. He knows it as well, yeah? He knows it as well, because at the end of the day, he said it on an interview recently for City, didn't he? He said it. So he knows for a fact that, like, he needs to start scoring. He said, oh, my shots get blocked. So he does need a goal. He does.
Yeah, and he's well aware of what people say on social media as well. Make no mistake, the players will be winding him up. You know, be a bit of light. You don't want to obviously upset him, but a bit of light, sort of, Christ, another one of your shots getting blocked. You know, you can imagine the lad saying it in training to him. But look, Grealish, in my view, is playing as well as anybody going forward. I can't really think of many that are playing as well as he is. He's just not quite playing enough. I'm fairly sure he'll start tomorrow. I'm fairly certain he'll start tomorrow.
I'd start him. I'd start him and Savio on the right. By the way, yeah, someone just put this in the chat. I wasn't a massive fan of Savio on the left. I don't want to do what everyone did with Doku, because everyone did this with Doku straight away and went, Doku can't play right wing after like 2 games. It was like, calm foot down, mate. You know what I mean? Making a judgment like after 2 matches. He played right wing when we signed him for the Stade Red. So we signed a player from the wrong position. So chill. So I'm not saying he can't play left wing, because every time I watched him for Girona last year, he played left wing. However, I didn't think he was particularly great on the left against Bratislava. And so far this season, he's played better when he's been on the right-hand side. So again, I'm not saying he's better right winger than left winger, because it's too soon to make that judgment. This is what people did with Doku. I'm just going off the small sample size of evidence so far that he appears to be better on the right. However, during time in the future, that opinion may change. Because I just think he looks better. I think on the right, he's got more to his game. He can beat the man with pace, right? And then he can get a cross in on his right, or he can cut in on his left and have a shot. When he's on the right, he's not going to cut in on his right and shoot.
Yeah.
He's not putting on his weak foot and shoot. So he's basically either driving into the middle of the pitch and then he's going to pass to someone because he's not going to shoot on his weak foot, or he's going to try and take the man on and cross it, which is probably the strongest thing you can do. I think you're taking away the shot element of his game when you play him on the left, because he's not going to shoot on his right foot.
Yeah, I love the way he cuts in from the right and plays. Do you know the ball he played to Haaland for the goal against Arsenal? He did one of those as well. He keeps doing this thing where he cuts in and then plays the ball just behind the centre backs, or either in between or to one side. Love that. I think Savinho is brilliant. I don't think he played particularly well in midweek. I'll be honest, mate. He sounds stupid because we won 4-0, clean sheet, Champ League away. Great, tick the box, brilliant. That is the weakest opposition I can recall us playing. I mean, the gap was as big as I've seen. I do not recall.
They've never been in the Champions League once before in their life.
Yes, City should be. I'm sorry, and I know this sounds arrogant and maybe disrespectful of the opposition, but City should be putting 10 past them, because I'm telling you now, we hit
the post 3 times.
Yeah. The minimum should have been 7 or 8, the absolute minimum, and we missed chances, and we were so casual at times, so slow. It was like it was too easy, and it was a training game. But look, we still won the game, so that's fine. But they'll need to step it up tomorrow. They play like that tomorrow. Yeah, they won't be winning. But yeah, Savinho, I thought he was just quite quiet. I don't think Doku was getting the ball every sort of, every minute. Savinho just didn't quite see it as much, I didn't think, which perhaps maybe they just had more players over there to mark him out. But Doku was he was electric first half, and Savinho is just quiet to me. But tomorrow, Grealish must start, and I think he'll have a good game. Yeah.
I've just got the Pep Guardiola press conference on, and they've just asked him about the banner. Have you seen this? The banner that they're bringing out tomorrow at the game, saying we want you to stay in Catalonian, however you say it.
Oh, really? No, I've not seen that. Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, hopefully he signs that new contract. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of people lot of people speaking about the contract. Go on.
No, sorry. Did you see before the game, I tweeted out about that Pep had a pre-game interview before Bratislava, and he kept saying we have got at the end of the season, we have got after the season, and he kept saying we, and I was like, going, please.
Yeah, no, I know. I see, because people said to me about this, about Rodri's injury. He says we'll be there waiting for him when he's back, and people are going, does that mean that he's staying? Because he said, and I'm like, bro, I don't know, man. He's just talking about the club, innit? So I don't really read too much into it at this moment in time. He is leaving. That's the truth, because he's out of contracts. Like, factually, he's leaving. Just like I said, the same thing with Gundogan. Will he stay or not? I still think he's going to wait for the decision on the 115 and see what happens.
Do you think? I guess it is related.
I think it is. I think he's going to wait until the 115 happens and then go from there and make his decision. I don't think he's going to make a decision until the 115 happens, because he'll want to know what's going on. Like, what's going on with the club? Are we going to be in the Premier League? Are we going to be in the Championship, League Two, Conference League? Like, he's going to want to know what's going on, I think. And he's going to want to know whether City have lied to him. You know what I mean? Because he said in that press conference, he said two things, didn't he? He said, the club are telling me that they've not lied. They better not have lied to me. And then he said, even if we get relegated, I'll stay. So it's like said two different things. But I think he's going to want to know, like, what's gone on. And he's going to find that out when the 115 things happen. So I think he's going to wait until that happens, personally.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that may not come, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Stefan's even said, people saying, oh, January, December, if he's saying, no, it could be much longer than that. So then you may get to much later, which then it becomes a bit of a problem. But I just think if he hasn't signed by the turn of the calendar year, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see him staying if he hasn't. But I do think he will stay. I think we'll get news before that. I just a feeling I think he'll extend by 2 years, and we all bloody well hope so. I've just seen his comments. Oh, you've got it up there. Yeah.
He says, so for people that don't know, City fans have donated to We Are 1894 to get a banner for the game tomorrow that says, we want you to stay, Pep Guardiola, in Catalonian language. And he's just said, they have to bring me the bill. I will pay for the banner. I don't want them to spend money for that reason, says Pep Guardiola. He says, I fell in love since the first day I was at Man City. What is going to happen with the future is going to happen. So far, he's not giving too much away. Let's bring Martin in. All right, Martin.
He's here. Here he is.
How you doing? You got any news for us? Any exclusivas?
Any Italian news?
No. Yeah, well, give us the Italian. Do I need to do a Samuel Ricci watch along tomorrow?
Can do.
Do I need to?
Well, City are watching him, so you might as well watch him.
Oh no, it's doing that fireworks thing.
Fireworks.
Have you done it?
Well, I don't have a Mac in it.
Do you know what? I've been listening to you two on the way home.
Right.
It's all nicey at the minute, isn't it? What's happening to the Friday disaster? What's going on? It's all nicey.
Hang on a minute, right? Whenever we drop points,
yeah,
I always go on your channel, and you're always on your channel going, everybody needs to calm down.
Yeah.
People are losing their minds. And then me and Tony are on here being pretty positive, and you're coming on now saying we're in chaos. What's going on, man?
No, I never said chaos. I said the show. Come on. By the way, fun fact for everyone. Great show the other night with Hamza, but 22 minutes in, there was 52 bros. Counted them. Go back and count them.
You counted them, did you?
You counted the bros.
The broski show.
You counted the bros.
Honestly, all I got was bro. You know what I mean, bro? I agree, bro. Bro, listen to this, bro. You know what I mean, bro? Right. That's all you ever said to each other.
That's brilliant.
No, listen, me and Tony just we're agreeing with each other. We both said Doku was terrible in the second half. Go on.
No, I'm just going to say, it's all calm, casual.
Hang on,
we're getting on, we're happy.
With a lot of delight when you said that. You're like, go on.
Because I know for a fact that you'll go, what? No, he wasn't. And then you wanted an argument. There's your argument. I thought it was terrible in the second half.
I agree. Thought he was man of the match first half. I thought it was a game of 2 halves for him.
All right, chilling. Oh, well, what do you want here? What do you want to do? I don't argue for argument's sake.
I'm having a bit
let's kick off.
I was adding a bit of funness into it.
Let me do these super chats, man. Big up to LB says, I beg for a clean sheet tomorrow, please, City. I beg for it as well, but I ain't unless John Stones is in the team. If John Stones is in the team, clean sheet prediction. Yeah?
Yeah.
Big up Massam as well. Good afternoon, lads. Why do you think this season we're only attacking from the right side? Last season it was mainly from the left side. Yeah, that's actually true. That's actual facts.
That's a really good point, Matt. Actually,
that is actually facts.
Fair shout.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Yes,
maybe one for Nobbins to answer. I'm not 100% sure why. Let's see what else Pep Guardiola's been saying in this press conference. He says, "I'm part of this club deep in my bones.
Oh.
And the best way to defend the club is by winning games and doing my job as best as possible." This is true. This is factual information. We do need to win. The thing is as well, I'll say this to you right now, right? Tomorrow, if we win, mate, I might get gassed. I might get really excited if we win tomorrow, because I think tomorrow's a big game, It is. People are going, it's Fulham at home. It's 3 p.m. Saturday.
It's a big game because Fulham have only lost one game all season.
Facts. Speak on it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, Andre Silva, he's doing a marvelous job at. And you know what? People are going to kill me. I don't know if you've done your team or not, but for me, I think Walker will play because you got Anthony Robinson. You got who's the other guy on the left? Who they play alongside him? What's it called?
Oh yeah, no, I know you mean.
Iwobi.
So to me, I do think he'll go Walker tomorrow, just for that. Because Anthony Robinson will just do us on the overlap. Have you seen Anthony Robinson? Very, very good left wing back.
I'm not playing Walker.
Very good left wing back.
I'm not playing Walker, mate. He's been involved in every single goal we conceded, bro.
I agree. But I'm just looking at the opposition.
Yeah, but people did this against Arsenal, right? We need to play Walker because of the opposition. He was at fault for both goals.
For one goal.
Well, arguably at fault. It was arguably at fault for both.
You're not having this first goal stuff, are you?
I'm having it a little bit. 50-50. I still think he should sprint back to get in proper position.
I mean, saying overall, I'd probably have a Kanji right back.
I would have a Kanji right back. I've dropped Rico, man. I've made the difficult choice.
No, but Rico's still 19. People got to remember this. He's 19.
No, it's nothing to do with his age for me. I'm going.
He's not playing 65 games. Don't know where this 65 game stint from Rico's playing.
No. I'm going to Kanji, mate.
10. Yeah. He's played 9. Played everywhere in the 11. It's like just put him anywhere.
This is the team. This is the back four. We need to run this back four, man.
John Stones has got to play. We are such a different team with Johnny Stones in.
Yeah, we are mint with John Stones in.
Hang on a minute. A few weeks ago, John Stones was finished. His 2 years is running out.
I didn't say that.
I never said that once. I never said that once.
That's all.
None of us were saying it.
Faces, then.
None of us were saying that. Don't target me with the LB brush.
No, I never said that because John Stones is my favourite defender. I would never say that.
I've seen. Look, I don't know if it was you two, but it clearly wasn't. But I've seen it everywhere. A couple of weeks ago, suddenly Stones has one good game. Look, he's one of my favourite players. I'd have him in, but I'm just saying, suddenly one game. Oh bloody! Things turned around.
We are better with John Stones in our team. Facts.
Oh, yeah, we are, but. I don't know. I think he'll start Walker. I wouldn't, but I do think he will start Walker.
And I keep saying it. People got to realise the guy's club captain. The guy's not just going out onto the pasture field. He's not old yellow.
No, that means nothing though, because the Pep Guardiola doesn't vote for the captain. It's the players that vote for the captain. So if they voted Justin Obawodu captain of the academy, he's not going to play for the City.
They're not going to do that though, are they?
Yeah, I don't think Pep cares that.
Well, the point is, the manager doesn't care who the captain is. If he doesn't think he's playing, he ain't playing. He's not going to go, I've got to pick you because you're the captain.
I'm sticking to my agenda. You want to call it an agenda? I'll stick to it.
Now
Walker's going to play a lot more than people realise.
So it's that's what you think is going to happen. If you were the manager, would you play Walker tomorrow?
No, but the thing is, it doesn't matter what I'm thinking.
No, it doesn't matter what you're thinking because people come here for your views. Who would you play right back tomorrow? Who would you play right back tomorrow?
Personally, for me, Akanji.
So would you go with this same back four?
Yeah.
Chat, if you'd go for this back four, whack yes in the chat. I'd go for this.
you know what? You're going to think I'm totally mad. I think that's our best back four, footballing wise.
No, I do. I agree. Yeah, 100%. I would start that, but I don't think he will. I think it just to say, Pep did say, LB, that everyone's fit as expected, bar Ake, De Bruyne, Rodri, and Bob. So that's confirmed as expected. So Kovacic is fine.
Do you know when I'd play that defence? You think I'm mad. I'd play that defence at like Anfield away.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, 100%. But where does Rico play? When does Rico? You know, he's played so well.
So Tony, you're just getting Rico in the team now for getting him in because you want him in.
Yeah, but he's played well. To be fair, he warrants playing. If you're talking about the best players this season, he is in that group.
I agree, but I think
rotation.
I think he's chucked that out the window now. I think he's started off like that. I think he's chucked it out the window with if you're on form, you play.
Rotation. But this guy, you know, we've got John Stones there who'll probably get injured in a week anyway. So Akanji will go back to centre half and Rico can come back in at right back. This is the team for tomorrow. You know what I mean? But like we got loads of games. Rico can play left back as well. He's done that before. So Gavadio can be rested. Rico can play loads, but he's going to play different positions.
I think Rico starting the last two games, he will be on the bench tomorrow. That's what I tend to base this on because he doesn't tend to play many 3 times a week. You'll get the odd one. That's why Kovacic and Byrne are going to start tomorrow. Haaland's a bit different. He'll start anyway.
Kovacic and who?
Kovacic and Burnley in the middle, I think, tomorrow. With Foden, I think those 3 will be in the mid. And Grealish left, Savinho right.
I don't know how to play in the midfield, you know.
Oh, it's an easy one for me. Kovacic, Bernardo, Foden.
Yeah, that's who I've got, yeah.
My 11's very, very straightfortght.
Yeah.
No Gundo. You're not playing Gundogan, no?
No, he's played twice now.
Yeah, I don't want to get in this habit where, because at the minute, I think Gundogan's probably playing more than what he probably expected to be playing. He's now rolling out every game, and I don't think that was. If you remember a combo we had when he was signed, LB, we were talking about, you know, coming in the last 30 minutes and closing the game. He's now starting nearly every game.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was the plan.
You know what I'd do? I'd play Kovacic, Rico Lewis, Foden.
But then again, you're going to think I'm totally mad.
No, Bernardo.
When do we give Nunes the go?
No, Bernardo. I think Bernardo's been poor.
No Bernardo on the right wing. I agree with that.
No.
In the middle.
I'd rather play Rico Lewis at the moment. I genuinely would rather play Rico Lewis than Bernardo Silva at the moment.
Martin, you just said Nunes there. Now, look, I've stuck up for Nunes on these shows and on Twitter and stuff. But to me, yet again, he has not shown enough in midweek. If you have to, for him, look, some players can have an off game, like a Savinho, right? Where he can maybe not play quite as well, but he's been brilliant all season. So that's fine. Nunes is in a position where he is sat on the bench every week. He's barely getting on. When he starts, he has to light it up. He has to be one of the best players on that pitch, or else he's not going to be in for the key games like tomorrow and all this. I would be staggered if Nunes started tomorrow.
I think that's unfair, though, that every time he comes in now, he's got to be man of the match.
Who?
Well, he's got...
That's a bit unfair on Nunes.
No, Martin, no. You do this all the time, man. You do this all the time, man. No one's saying he has to be man of the match.
He just tried. Tone just said it.
No, I
just said he's got to be one of the best players on the pitch.
But does he not have to be one of the best players? He's playing Bratislava away. Surely he's not getting in the team. Sure.
Okay. I'll be honest with you.
I agree.
I said this to Tony yesterday, and he denied it. Look at a couple of the passes he made. He put one on Rico Lewis.
I didn't deny it.
If KDB had done that, would have been waxing lyrical. Do you remember the one I mean?
Yeah, but Martin. Hang on.
It was just okay, bro. Like that's not good enough to get yourself in the team.
Yeah,
that's the point that we're making. Is did he put in a performance against Bratislava where you go that deserves to play against Fulham? No.
Yeah.
No one's saying he played bad against Bratislava. He didn't play bad against Bratislava.
I'm going to say, I don't think everyone was amazing against Bratislava.
I completely agree. 100% agree. But
so I don't think Bratislava's a fair.
Okay, so why would you then throw him in over Rico Lewis? Why would you throw him in over
Because
Bernardo
when do you
Silva?
throw him in then?
You don't.
At Tottenham for the Carabao
We might as well
Cup.
just chuck him out the door, sell him.
I said that we should have sold him in the summer. I said we should have sold him in the summer.
No, I don't agree. I think he's useful, but he will play at Tottenham. And if he turns up with another 6, and if he turns up with another 6 out of 10, he won't play the league game. If he turns up, does an 8 or 9, he's in a position where in my view, he has to be one of the best when he comes in. He can't just be 6 out of 10 and go, right, I'll start in the Premier League then. He's not in that position. Bernardo can do it because Bernardo's got the back catalogue. Nunes does not.
I get that, but in the 3 games he's been involved in this season, he's been good in 2 of them.
Which games are these?
The Watford one and when he came on for that cameo against West Ham.
Watford, second half.
Oh, Tony was man of the match.
Oh, I'm not so sure. I think.
I mean, you just ended Nunes. You just don't want him. You're in the Allen.
I remember that game. He wasn't good in the first half, Nunes. He wasn't good in the first half against Watford in the first. I know he scored a goal, but he wasn't good. He didn't play well.
Well, he got man of the match at the stadium.
Well, okay. Martin, would you say Nunes was above? Martin, was Nunes above a 6 out of 10 for Watford or Slovan Bratislava?
Yes, it was about an 8 out of 10 against Watford. Tone again, I will say it again. He got man of the match at the stadium.
So you're telling me you'd play Nunes over?
Yes, so right or wrong, did he get man of the match?
I don't know.
Well, the man of the match things, you know what I mean? Nah. You know what I mean?
He scored a goal. That got him man of the match.
I can't win on that debate then.
So no, answer the question. Would you play Nunes tomorrow over Rico Lewis or Bernardo Silva?
No.
In what position?
Midfield.
No,
I don't like Rico in the field. Don't like Rico in the field at the minute.
Why?
But you like Nunes in. Rico's been fine.
No, you're not getting me. You're not getting me. Again, my question is, when does Nunes play?
Tottenham away. I play him in Sparta Praha.
Well, we spent 50 million quid and 180 grand a week to play once every 6 weeks.
Yeah, correct.
But you want to go and get an Italian guy at 23 who you've watched for 5 minutes.
I don't really want to sign.
I'm very a midfielder.
I really don't want Samuel Ricci based off of 1 game so far. I watch him again on Saturday and I'll make another judgment. But so far, no. I get what you're saying with Nunes. I don't think he's had the opportunity to prove anything. And when he has, I think he's been okay.
He's played a few games, a couple.
But the thing is, though, I don't agree. I don't disagree with what you're saying when you're saying he's played okay. I agree. He's played okay.
He's done all right.
What do you want, then? This is what I'm asking.
But
he's better than Bernardo Silva in midfield, or better than Rico Lewis in midfield, because they're the alternatives. Or Kovacic, facts, or Gundogan, or Foden, or De Bruyne, because that's the competition.
Even McAtee. I'll just bring McAtee's name in. We're all saying, Nunes should start. Well, if that's based on Slovan, McAtee, come on, scored, played well, looked dangerous, get him in as well.
But Told, I've had the exact same argument about McAtee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's Nunes.
That's the thing. Everyone goes, no, I have the same energy for players in the exact same situation. That was my thing with McAtee, is when does he play?
Well, yeah, that's it.
He'll play Spurs away. That's the truth.
He'll play Spurs away.
Well, the difference is, I think McAtee's happy to play once every 6 weeks. Don't think Nunes probably is.
But then Nunes needs to turn up and make the spot his. You can't play him at Fulham based on his performances. If you're purely doing it on who is on form, Nunes doesn't start.
I don't think he is. I think he started like that. I don't think he is anymore. Because otherwise, why has Karl Walker still been playing, Tom?
Yeah,
because he trusts Kyle Walker more than he...
Why has Edison been constantly in the goal?
Oh, Edison's been
No, come on. By the way, all you guys who wanted that Diego Costa. Did you see him last night? You wanted him over Edison. I sat here in the summer and said, what are we doing? Why are the fans wanting Edison out for this Diego Costa guy? And this is who he is, dropping stinker.
Yeah, I'm an Edison fanboy. I can't have anything against Edison. He's the best keeper on the planet for us, and I think he's been good this season. Has he? He made
a few mistakes early on. He made a few mistakes in pre-season, and he made a few mistakes early on in the season. Since then, he's been fine. He's been fine for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Martin's got an agenda.
I haven't. I just don't do this. I look at players, so I back them at all costs, even when they make mistakes. I don't play that game. I call it as it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, there are certain players who are massively protected in my eyes.
Who's protected then?
I think Edison is majorly protected by the fan base.
I don't think he gets. I think he gets more stick than he actually warrants.
I think Bernardo kind of been protected, but I think some are now. I mean, listen, I don't like criticism. For me, constructive criticism, I think is fine with any player. I think criticism on either side goes too far. I think the Doku criticism gets way over the line. Grealish stuff's gone way over the line. Like Edison, I agree. Some have said it. My thing would go back to the Nunes thing. Is simple. The fact is, I want to see him being given a fair shake, and I don't think he's been given. I don't think you can see a lot in a football player if they're not given a 2-3 game run.
Yeah, no, I completely agree again. The problem is to give him a 2 or 3 game run, you've got to drop a better football player.
Yeah. And that's his problem.
Now, you might be right and say, well, what about if you're playing for 2-3 games? It might turn out Nunes is better. I just think at the end of the day, Pep Guardiola clearly doesn't think that's the case. Otherwise, Pep would have done that.
Yeah, he does not start on form. I saw nothing in midweek to say, do you know what?
I think that's out the window. That's what I'm saying. I think that's out the window now. Otherwise, Kyle Walker doesn't play.
No, it's true. You're absolutely right. But I still didn't see it above. How can you drop Kovacic and Bernardo? Fine, but Kovacic, you can't. He's been one of our better players as well. I mean, Nunes isn't starting tomorrow. Surely, I just don't see it. I want him to succeed. I think he's a good player, but he's got to do more.
My argument is, told. You look at the next probably 3 or 4 games.
Yeah,
this is the chance to give Nunes a run. See if he can do it. Not going to get a better chance. You're not going to get a better set of 4 games than what you've got coming up where you can give him a run.
But for who? Who then misses out on them 3 or 4 games?
Great question.
Well, you could say that about anybody. You could say that about who we buy then.
Yeah, but if you're talking about playing him in midfield, so let's say we've got Byrne, Kovacic, Gundo. Okay, let's just say those 3. Who of those 3 is not playing those 4 games for Nunes?
I'm playing him in midfield. Probably we'll go mad over it. Maybe Bernardo.
Well, Bernardo's not been great, but he's been playing right wing, hasn't he?
Who would you start tomorrow? You play for you. Yeah,
I'd go Kovacic, Foden, Rico Lewis.
The point I'm saying is, if no one gives him the opportunity and the chance, then I don't think it's fair to criticise.
I don't criticise him. I just think
I think it's very unfair.
He's been all right.
Do you think people criticise him though? I don't think people do criticise him. I just think people go, "Oh, it's all right."
No one wants to put him in. So the question is, when does he go in?
But I don't think that's criticism.
But you can't say I can't put him in. But then when you put it, this is what I'm saying. Well, when do you put him in then? So how do you know he's ever going to be good enough unless you try?
Because you look at him in the other games that he plays.
If he plays, look, if he goes to Tottenham, does an 8 out of 10, goal, assist, whatever, plays really well.
Then drop Bernardo again, because then Tony, let the next week and go, I can't drop Bernardo, not for Nunes. And you just back in the vicious circle again. And you know it's true.
No, it's not true.
No, it's not.
If he plays well in a game, if he would have played to a really good level against Bratislava, I'd put him in my midfield.
I don't think anyone played at a great level against Bratislava.
I agree, but I'm saying that's the reason why
none of them are going in then for Fulham.
No, because they've got more credit in the bank. That's the point. They've got credit in the bank. Nunes doesn't have credit in the bank because he's not
had the opportunity to have credit in the bank.
He played against Watford. He played against Bratislava. He's played 90 minutes there.
I'm going to say it again, and you might all disagree. He was man of the match.
First half, he wasn't good. First half, Nunes was not good against Watford.
Sorry, you're not going to like this. Again, I don't get it. He scored a damn goal. What do you want?
Do you think Pep Guardiola's wrong then?
Wrong at what? You just said he's not good, but he scored a goal.
No.
That makes sense.
No, just because you score a goal don't mean you played well, though. He didn't play well in the game against Watford. He scored a goal, great goal, but didn't play well in that first half. He played better in the second half. That's true.
Yeah, and the in-stadium man of the match is always based on, look, if someone can have a 2 out of 10. If they score a screamer from 35 yards, they get a man of the match. Yeah, that is often what happens.
Is Pep wrong then? Because we played six games in the Premier League this season. He's played 20 minutes. So do you not think Pep? Look, do you not think Pep thinks then maybe he's not good enough, or maybe he's not good enough for the Premier League, or maybe he's not good enough for his system in the Premier League? Why is because you're asking us, but you're asking fans this? Why is Pep Guardiola only played him 20 minutes out of 6 90-minute matches?
Yeah, I agree, but LB, I said the exact same on Philip. I said Philip's got judged. No one ever knows because no one was ever given the opportunity to give a run of games to do out.
Phillips was never good enough, though, bro.
No, he's never. Yeah,
Phillips got the opportunity and he didn't take it.
Yeah,
do you remember when he come on in that Leicester? Was it Leicester? Do you remember the Leicester game? He come on.
Yeah,
he dropped an absolute stinker.
What I'm saying about Nunes is, if you look the next 4 games, Fulham, Sparta Prague, Southampton at home.
Yeah,
they not the type of games you give Nunes a run.
Oh, Sparta will play.
Sparta Prague, I'd play him 100%.
Yeah.
I play Sparta Prague
at home. You won't play him.
Who's that? Sorry,
Southampton at home.
No, I wouldn't play him.
So he's never going to get the chance for you two.
No. No.
Tottenham. He is.
No, because
Southampton are shit. They are bottom of the league nearly, and you're not even putting him against Southampton at home. So what the hell? When's he playing?
If he plays well, when's the Southampton? It's the Southampton game after Sparta Prague.
Yeah.
If he plays Sparta Prague and he drops a 8 out of 10 plus, I'd consider him starting against Southampton.
So he's got to be man of the match, right?
Not man of the match. I didn't say man of the match. I said 8 out of 10 plus. If he plays well against Sparta Prague, like properly well, like good performance, I'll consider putting him in the starting 11 for Southampton. If he drops a 7 out of 10, which is just average, I'm not putting him in over Gundogan. I'm not putting him in over Kovacic, De Bruyne, Foden. I'm not doing it. He's got to prove to fans. He's got to prove to Pep that he deserves to be
anyone.
What?
Can't prove to anyone because you're not giving him the honest opportunity.
But hang on. But we
just said we're starting against Sparta Prague.
No, I'll explain that. Hang on. Because I don't care what anyone says in the chat. I'll put my coaches out because I'm the one with the level 2 FA coaching badge. So everyone can all kiss me out. You don't get a level 2 FA coaching badge when you don't know that about football, everyone. So just a little fact to drop to everyone there. And I'll get that. I will show everyone right now if they want. You look at Nunes, you're saying Sparta Prague.
And
Sparta Prague at home, yeah.
Right. The problem is he's not going to play with the exact same players. So against Tottenham, you're going to be playing with McAtee. You're going to be playing with a lesser team, the B team. And I don't like to call them the B team. But you're not asking Nunes then to go to Southampton and play with the B team. Okay. You're asking him to play with the top 11.
Right.
This is where the coaching thing comes in. It's a different outlay at that point. Put KDB in with the B team against Colchester United. Colchester, he's going to be outstanding.
No, wait a second. No, but I'm not talking about Tottenham. I'm talking about the Sparta Prague game. He's going to play a strong team against Sparta Prague.
Oh, yeah.
He'll play a strong team.
He'll start a strong team.
He will do. He will.
No, you were talking right. If it's Sparta Prague, then you're fair. Tottenham away, I think it's unfair because it's the Carabao Cup, but it won't.
No, I'm talking about Sparta Prague. Third game in the Champions League.
No, I'd agree with that.
He will play a strong team in that game against Sparta Prague.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. We say Tottenham and it's not fair because he's not playing. No, I'm sorry. This is where he does need to rise above those who are on the pitch then. If the McAtees aren't as good as De Bruyne's, this is where he needs to come off and go, he's definitely too good for this, should we say, B team Carabao, whatever you want to call it. No, I'm sorry. He, to me, at the bottom line with Nunes is he has to show more in the opportunities he's given, and he has been given them. Maybe not many, but he's still been given them. And in those opportunities, he has not played well enough to start Premier League games, in my view.
Then he's never going to play with you. He's never ever going to play with you.
No. So Martin, so you agree though? You agree if he plays against Sparta Prague, right? and he plays with a strong 11 because it will be a strong 11.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play like good. He just drops an okay performance. Does that warrant playing against Southampton in a must-win game? When you've got Gundogan, you've got Foden, you've got De Bruyne, you've got all these players.
I personally, I would still give him a go. Yeah.
So you play him over like Foden or De Bruyne?
Okay, but I'm not saying, and by the way, just to clarify, I've said he's got till January. I think if he's not playing properly or up to the level till January, then I think he needs to go.
Hang on, you just said he's man of the match.
No, he was against Watford, but that's fine. That's an opinion, though, isn't it, Tom? So it's the thing I'm saying. You've been dickhead, you two. Now look at you both. You sat there. I can see what you're doing. I can see what you're both doing. It. No, my whole point is, if Nunes does not do it by January, then yes, so. But you can't. I think it's very unfair to criticise someone he's had 20 minutes in the Premier League. How the hell can you judge him?
For a reason, he's had 20 minutes in the Premier League.
Right, but then you can't go. He's shit. What, can you judge someone in 20 minutes?
Nobody has said Nunes is shit.
No, Tony's very, very cleverly wanting to say it, but he's going around all the houses and avenues without saying it.
No, I've said he was a 6 out of 10. That's not bad. I just think
the thing is, the thing I would do with Nunes probably, because I'll be honest with you, do I think he makes it? No, I don't. Do I think he was given a fair shot? No, I don't. I don't think he's been given the time because a footballer needs 2 or 3 games to get into rhythms.
But you have time based on what Pep sees, and Pep is clearly not.
Training is very different to matches, Tom. Very different. Intensity is 10 times different.
It is, but
you know that.
But yeah, but surely you. God, if Nunes is.
But it was. Yeah. I didn't flog my lads in training the same way I would on a Sunday morning or a Saturday morning. I didn't flog them that way.
But surely Nunes, if he's that. Pep is clearly not seeing something. Like LB said, is Pep wrong? Because Nunes is not getting the time for a reason. You can't just give him time over other people just because, oh, well, he cost me 50 mil. Tough shit. You've got to show it. If you want to play,
so is McAtee not showing it then?
I'd say not, certainly not to start.
Well, the answer to the question is McAtee is clearly not showing it to the level that gets him in the team. Because otherwise, he'd be in the team.
No, and there was a reason I asked that question because I just make sure we got the same energy for everyone.
Football's really simple. Pep Guardiola picks the players that he thinks are the best players.
But he doesn't, because Kyle Walker's wouldn't be the right back for the last 3 weeks.
Guardiola also has loyalty. He's picking Kyle Walker partly out of loyalty.
Mm.
So he's picking him partly due to loyalty, in my opinion.
So what you just said about I think
he's a loyal
doesn't
man.
always work then.
What?
Personally, I think he's picked Bernardo out of loyalty the last few weeks.
Possibly, yeah. But he's a loyal person. He's not just going to ditch. If he's had a player that's won him 6 Premier League titles, yeah, right, he's not going to just go, I'm not playing you no more because you're not having a bad time. He's going to say, you've been here with me. Yeah, in my career at Manchester City, you've won me the Champions League, you've won me all the Premier Leagues, all the cups. I'm not going to ditch you at the first sign of trouble. I don't think he's that type of man.
No.
But you don't have that loyalty to someone like a McAtee. You don't have that loyalty to someone like a Nunes because they're new, they're fresh in. So they have to earn it. So it's harder for new players. It's harder for newer players to get in the team because they've got to prove to him that they should be in the team. Whereas if you've been there for 7 years, and by the way, I agree with this, because there's a loyalty aspect to it. And I do think the loyalty in football is a good thing. We don't see enough of it. He's not just going to ditch you at the first sign of trouble. If Kevin De Bruyne had a couple of bad games, yeah? Gundogan, perfect example. Gundogan's not had a couple of good games. You think he's going to ditch him now and say, oh, Gundogan, you're done, finished. No, he's going to be like, you were my treble-winning captain. You've been here. You're my first signing at this football club. You're absolutely amazing. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to keep playing you. Because he's loyal.
Martin, it's a dangerous game to play players because then you would have Nunes and McAtee in midfield if you want to just throw people opportunities in the Premier League against Saints.
No. I understand that. What I'm saying is, though, is I'm seeing both sides of the coin. And what I'm looking at is, like LB just said, we've just turned around and said Bernardo and Matt Walker have got the loyalty, got a credit in the bank.
Yeah.
then it's harder to criticize them because they're never going to get the opportunity then because they've not got the credit in the bank. Can't get credit in the bank unless you've been given the opportunity. Yeah, how do you get the opportunity? Because he's got credit in the bank.
You get the opportunity for when you get an opportunity, which
once every 6 weeks is not a fair opportunity.
But that's just the way the game is. It's just the way the game is. And by the way, he's not had one. He played Watford, week off, Bratislava. So he played 2 games. He started 2 games in a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has started 2 games in a week. That's a fact.
Yeah, no, but you won't see him again. Can't you? Like, you won't see him again. When's Tottenham?
No, Sparta and Tottenham. That's 2 games in a week. Again, I think he'll play both of those.
It's another 2 games.
You're not going to see him for 3 weeks. He's got 3 weeks off now.
Yeah, he's got 3 weeks off.
Go on holiday.
And he probably won't play in the Portugal games either, because I don't think that manager fully rates him. So listen, it's an interesting one, the Nunes thing. I know, Tone, you got to go, aren't you? So
yeah, can I just quickly say I've got to go now.
He doesn't want to now.
Yeah, I don't. I was just getting heavily involved in this. Look, it's brilliant to be on again, but I just wanted to say the time I'm leaving is 1:15. I just wanted to point that out. 1:15.
Oh, it is
1:1. There you go. Is it a sign, lads? Is it a sign?
No, I got confused because I looked at the 24-hour clock. Mine said 13. That was
lads, thank you very much. Take care. Bye everyone in the chat.
See you later, you troublemaker. Derail. Look at him derailing it all.
I know. Let me go through some of these super chats real quick, man. Guys, make sure you are smashing up these likes. Come on, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Martin, FYI, LB didn't rate Elise in the past. What? This is fake news, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
See, look, you're getting called out. Getting called out, bro.
Called out, bro. I mean, people have been going through my streams from like 3 years ago. And
by the way, I noticed you didn't send me any message on last night, Wednesday night. When was it?
What?
When was Aston Villa Bayern?
Tuesday? No, yeah, Wednesday.
Chat, you won't know this. Every time Bayern play now,
yeah,
I normally get a WhatsApp message off LB saying, Elise cooking, Elise man of the match. I got nothing the other night. It was very quiet. It was
all because Vincent Kompany subbed him off, which was a bad move. He should have subbed Serge Gnabry off. Can't lie. I think Vinny had a bit of a stinker on Wednesday. I can't lie.
Yeah, we did.
Big up, is it Fee? Fee, is it?
Yeah.
Big up, Gvardiol needs rest. He's our best player at the moment. But that's why you can't rest him, because he's our best player.
Get in touch with Mark because you won the membership competition.
Oh, get in touch with Martin. Big up, Fee. Darcy says we need legs in the midfield. Well, if you need legs, you could go Nunes because he's probably the quickest player in the midfield.
No.
If you wanted to play.
You're not getting any invite. You're not getting no interview off Mateus Nunes.
I'm getting what?
You're getting no interview off Mateus Nunes.
I just said play him.
LB was the guy in the toilet, everyone. We figured it out. LB was the guy in the toilet.
Play. If you want legs in midfield, play Nunes. He's probably the quickest player in our midfield. You know what I mean? That is true. Big up to Amar says Rico is too weak to be a midfielder. He's a poor midfielder, says Amar.
You don't think he's poor with his feet. I think technical with his feet is amazing. I agree with the weakness, but that's just his age and a growth spurt. We'll get that.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I mean, we've had this with David Silva. David Silva wasn't a strong.
Do you know what it is with Rico
Modric in the stuff? I don't really get this whole thing.
I do think there's a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation being applied onto his shoulders at too soon a level. Yeah. There's a lot of people who are like Rico hit. I've seen people say put Rico in the 10 role, put Rico out on this one. I'm like, is there anywhere Rico's not playing? Everyone's just looking at Rico as the savior, and I think he's got to be allowed to develop as well.
I don't think I'm looking to him to be a savior. I just think he's one of our better players. No, but I'm because I am one of those people who play in most games. I don't think I'm looking at him to be safe. I just think he's better than a lot of people at the moment. I do.
Do you know my worry for Rico is?
I think he ghosted against Newcastle, but other than that, I think he's had a good season.
Yeah, that was because look at the midfield he was up against. It was bully boys.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I said pre-game he was never getting anywhere near in that midfield because Joe Linton's just a bloody bulldozer. Bruno just gets yellow cards for fun, and Tonali kicks the shit out of you. So, what chance did he have?
No, I agree to a point. Big up to Keith as well. Says, will Haaland break the championship record? 115. Well, at least it's Championship and not League Two, as some people are saying. And big up to Chris as well. Says LB wants Nunes to play like prime Kaka against Farmers. I mean, they're playing against Farmers. He should be able to play like prime Kaka, isn't it?
The problem is when you play. I know what he means. When you're playing against the lesser teams, the tempo goes down. Look at Bratislava. We could have bagged 10 past them, but we dropped. Yeah. Second half, it went down to a training level game.
I guess what I mean, like when we played Bratislava, I just wanted to see him get on the ball and dominate it and be like, I'm the fucking midfielder. Give me the ball. That's all I'm saying.
Again, that's got to come with the tempo of the team, though. And when all the team had just dropped tempo.
Yeah, maybe. Have you seen this, actually? I did want to touch on this, actually. Alvarez, apparently, already not particularly happy with being played out of position at Atletico Madrid. Interesting developments there. Another player that potentially has left Manchester City, and
no, we won't be buying him back before anyone throws that up in the chat. There won't be no buyback. There's nothing.
We ain't going to be buying him back, but that's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting that he left to be a striker, and he's played in 4 or 5 different positions already, and apparently he's already getting a little frustrated.
I think he was sold. He was sold a bill of goods that were no good.
Yeah, but this happens to all the players. Happened to Sane. Yeah. Sane left. Oh, come and be the main man in Germany. You'll be the poster boy of German football. Bro, you gotta be careful, man, when people make you these promises, innit? Do you know what I mean? People make people promises all the time, and I just think, like, if you're making someone a promise, you're saying it to them because you're trying to sell them the idea, innit? You know what I mean? What you should be saying to someone like Sane is like, bro, do you rate yourself? Yeah, I rate myself. Well, why don't you come Germany then and smash it? And if you smash it, like you'll be the guy. But
do you know what it is to me? When I look,
they sell the dream, man. They sell the dream. Oh, Sane, listen to this.
I think they've gone at the wrong time in their careers. When I look at Sane, I think if Sane had waited another 2 years, sorted his head out, let Pep really get into him, I think Sane would have been. He could have gone to Real Madrid, buying all them deals would have happened. But the intriguing thing with Sane at the minute, he's got 7 months left on a contract.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to renew it.
They're not exactly jumping to give him a renewal.
And if they do, they're not going to give him the same money.
There you go. So it's going to be a step downwards where he ends up, sadly. Whether his injury caused the problem or not, I don't know. I look at Alvarez and I think, you've gone. I get why he's gone. Simeone, Argentinian, Spain. I get it. But you can't complain about leaving City when you're not playing the number 9 and you walk there and go and play left wing for a very, very pragmatic Atletico Madrid team. Because left wing of Atletico Madrid is very different to a left wing at City. People think the wingers at City are slow and pragmatic.
Yeah.
My God.
I also think that, like, players need to understand that Pep makes you better as a player. So if you're smashing it with Pep, you're likely to get worse when you leave because Pep makes you mint.
Listen, let's be straight. People won't like this. I think maybe apart from Real Madrid, that may be a sideward step. I think every other team's a downward spiral, I have to say. You don't realise how good City are until you're not there anymore.
No, that's fine.
Gundogan had to go to realise that.
Yeah.
You have Zinchenko, really. City or Arsenal, you know.
He's a mutant. He's a mutant.
No, I honestly believe. He
reckons Thomas Partey's better than Rodri. Nah, that guy's a mutant.
He's got to say that. He's in the Arsenal team.
No, he doesn't have to say it. No, he doesn't have to say it. He's
playing the PR game.
No, yeah, but he doesn't have to say it. No Arsenal, well, some Arsenal fans, but like the normal Arsenal fans, if he said Rodri's the best CDM in the world, no Arsenal fans going to cook him for that. Everyone will be like, yeah, facts. But he's a mutant, and he said Thomas Partey is a better CDM than Rodri. The guy's a weirdo, mate.
Well, then he's talking bullshit. I just think players have got to give themselves. You got to realise to get into the City 11 is very different than getting 11 somewhere else. And that's just a hard fact to it.
This is facts. Grass is always greener when you tilt the soil. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? It looks sick though.
Because
I just done a Kanye in it.
You get the fresh grass growing underneath and coming through. But it's still you're just moving the grass around.
Yeah,
you're not relaying the service. It's like a rug. You give a rug a bash, it looks brand new when you get some of the dust out of it. It's still the same shitty rug you had.
Yeah. Nah, but the thing is, for me, I think but by the way, I on the Nunes thing, I disagree with you. I don't think we should sell Nunes in January. I don't think we can afford to sell him. I don't think we've got enough players.
No, because I think we'll buy in January. You've got Oscar Bob to come back.
I still wouldn't be selling him. I won't sell him in January. I'd sell him in the summer, not the January.
No, I'd sell him in January.
I think January is bringing players in only.
No, I honestly think his chances will drop even more in January.
Yeah. So you think this Samuel Ricci guy? Because I'm going to probably do this watch along tomorrow. So you reckon this Samuel Ricci guy is legit?
Yeah, they're definitely watching him.
Because City are watching the game. They've sent scouts, haven't they? And Barella's injured.
People can believe me all they want. I know Barella's on the list as well.
Right, but he's not playing tomorrow. He's injured.
No, he's injured.
So they must be there to look at Ricci.
I think they were going to watch both, but just one got injured.
Yeah.
Last week, so it was different. This is what I mean. Scouting reports are done. They're not just done last minute. I'll be honest with you. I don't know a lot about Ricci. I don't. So I'm not going to pretend I have watched him. My concern, if you were signing Ricci to come in the summer or now to take up a role for the next 10 years, I'm all on board with it. Yeah, we'll have a bit of that. It can develop, settle him.
Yeah.
You're asking me to bring in a 23-year-old to do Rodri from day one. Yeah. By the way, if you're going to buy a midfielder in January, you want somebody who is not going to have 6 months of settle. You want to hit their ground.
I agree. I agree.
We cannot afford to make this mess up for a third time.
No, I agree.
In a lot of people's eyes. I'm sorry. I'm not saying Ricci's not the guy because I don't know, but I'm sorry. Ricci for me, and I wasn't saying, but we can't say in one breath. Adam Wharton's too inexperienced, but we'll go for a 23-year-old who no one heard of last week.
Well, you can.
You can.
You can.
One's got Premier League experience and one's got jack shit experience in the Premier League.
No, but
you're willing to fill your boots with one of them.
No. There's a difference. There's a major difference. No, there isn't. I'm going to prove to you. I'm going to prove to you what the major difference is.
You're going to tell me internationals, aren't you?
No, I'm going to tell you. Right. So this is the difference, right? When people wanted to sign Adam Wharton in the summer, he played 16 matches for Crystal Palace. Yeah,
in the Premier League.
Out of those 16 games, 16 Premier League games. Right, he played 1,300 minutes. So people wanted us to sign Adam Wharton based off 1,300 minutes in the Premier League, which is no minutes at all. Yeah, Samuel Ricci has played in Serie A 21 games for Empoli, 12 games in. This is all Serie A for Torino.
What league was Empoli in? Was that in Serie A at the time?
Serie A. He played 21 games for Serie A for Empoli. He then played 12 games for Serie A for Torino. He then played 28 games a season after for Torino in Serie A. He then played 32 games for Serie A. Yeah, how many games is that? 20, 40.
Yeah, I agree with that, right?
It's completely different. Completely different. Samuel Ricci has much, much more experience, than Adam Wharton. The only difference is Ricci's not played in England. So there's a lot more to go off. Now, there's parts of your comments that I agree with, parts of the comments that you've not mentioned, but kind of contradict it, right? I agree. The person that we need to be bringing in January needs to hit the ground running, right? Because we don't have time. It's going to be January. We need them to hit the ground running. Yeah. However, what about people have also said to me, and people have also said to you, and people have also said in the chat, you wanted LB. What? ULB wanted Wharton. No, I didn't, Lord. No, I freaking didn't. Must be a different LB.
Yeah,
people have also said that whatever DM we're buying in January needs to be the DM that we're going to be buying in the summer. That's what people are saying. People are saying the DM that we're buying in January needs to just be the DM that we're going to buy next summer. We just need to bring it forward 6 months. What about if this reaches? Should Manchester City change their strategy for a 6 month block of the season just because we want someone?
6 months.
No. But the point I'm making is people are saying whoever we're going to sign in the summer. What about if Ricci is the guy that we were going to sign next summer?
No, because I know what you're saying. Then get you, because are you telling me I don't think we're only buying one midfielder in the summer?
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to buy 2 or 3.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. Richie could wait till maybe January.
No, but the DM, because he's a DM. So let's, for example, say this summer that's just gone, September 1st, transfer window shuts.
Yeah,
Manchester City go, right, transfer window shut. Samuel Ricci, boys, we're going to sign him next summer. He's going to be our backup DM for Rodri, right? Rodri then gets an ACL. We get to January. People are saying, well, whoever that DM was going to buy in the summer, bring him in January. If that's Samuel Ricci, should the club change that player just for the 6 month block? That's the point I'm asking, because this is what people are saying.
Probably not, but then you've got to potentially change your expectations for the remainder of the season.
Fair. And it's right. Should we do that, or should we go and buy someone else?
It's whether you're willing to delay the potential 6 month delay and winning.
So should we change the plan? Should we change? So the plan is you either bring in Ricci, who you're going to sign in the summer,
take the hit trophy wise.
Potentially, it might not work because you might need time. But if you were going to bring him in the summer, that's fine because you've got first 4 or 5 months for him to get up to the speed of things before the running. Yeah. Or so do you do that, bring him in, or do you go, you know what, we're going to change strategy because we don't have time. We don't have time for someone to settle in because it's January. Yeah, we don't have 4 or 5 months for you to settle in because by 4 or 5 months might be too late. And in that case, you go and get someone a little bit more suited and somewhat. So Zubimendi for me looks like I think Zubimendi would come into this team and suit the team quicker, potentially, than someone like a Ricci.
What I've heard, and then old Tone's heard it as well, because we spoke about this privately, is Zubimendi's not very high on the list.
I had a feeling.
I'm sorry to blow you all out the water.
No. I think that's probably true. I had a feeling that would be.
Do you know why? Because Zubimendi could have been a deal done in the summer. It's because the deal is so easy. City don't tend to then panic 5 months down the road. If they wanted Zubimendi, they could have done Zubimendi in the summer.
Yeah,
the deal was still there. I don't think he's somebody on Pep's wanted less. Do you know what it is with Zubimendi? And some may disagree, my good man. I think he's too one-dimensional. He's very, very good at what he does, but he's too one-dimensional.
Maybe, but it's an easy signing, isn't it? Because it's a release clause. He's played.
I think that's why everyone's jumped to it.
Yeah,
everyone's jumped to that because he is. I got told on your show 3 weeks ago, as you know, when I got the Italian flag and I got Barella 75 million. Last week, the news
in January, though.
Yeah,
I just don't. I listen. I'd love Barella. I'd be surprised if we can get him in January.
Barella would only cover a small portion for a bit, maybe with somebody else to help. And then what I got reportedly told was eventually he would take over the Gundo role.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You've got your Gundo replacement there.
I'd just be amazed if we get him in January.
Can anyone tell me what are the biggest record fees out of it? I know Lukaku was a lot.
Serie A?
Yeah, I don't think Serie A sell for mega money, you know. I don't think many of them going out for mega money.
Transfer Serie A record history.
I might be wrong.
Yeah, I've got it here. Departures, yeah. Only departing players. Right, so records. Lukaku, Pogba, Higuain.
So I mean, that's Euros.
77 million for Zidane in 2001. Crespo, 2000.
That's what I'm saying. If City go in 80 million, that's what?
Yeah,
46
million in 1999.
Just go back up. Go up to the top. Lukaku's 130 million euros. That's what, 100 mil?
Yeah.
Short.
Yeah.
What's 80 million pound in euros? About 95 million euros.
80 million quid. 80 GBP.
It's a lot of cash.
Is 95 million.
Hey, it's a lot of cash, that.
Yeah, it is a lot of cash, yeah.
I think we've got into our heads that Barella's 150 million quid. I don't know where that's come from.
Nah. I didn't think it'd be 150 million quid. My point is, I just don't think you're going to be able to get him in January. I don't think Inter Milan would sell him in January.
But you don't try, at least. I'm not saying he will.
No, I agree. You should try.
Make the bid. Try.
I agree. Try.
I'm not saying. The thing is, that people aren't like it. I'd rather City try for that than take a punt on someone no one heard of last week. I'm not saying Richie can't happen, and they are scouting him, but I would love Richie to come in and learn. Because the problem is he's got no one to learn off other than Pep. Rodri came in and learned under Fernandinho. Rodri is potentially out for 15 months. I'm going to say something some ain't going to like here. There's no guarantees Rodri comes back the same Rodri.
Yeah, facts. I agree.
When Rodri comes back, we could have 3 midfielders left. Our midfield may be very, very different.
Yeah, no, it will be different. It will.
So this is what I'm saying. There's probably going to be no Nunes. There's going to be potentially no Kovacic.
No Kovacic.
Could be no KDB if he don't sign that contract. May not be a Bernardo sat with him. People are not going to like this, and they're going to be very upset with this comment. I personally think we're potentially sleepwalking into a Liverpool situation 3 years ago.
Now, you've said that a lot. I don't think we are. I think we'll spend money.
I think we have. Because this summer, I think we're going to need 2 or 3 midfielders.
Well, no, if you get one in January, then you only need 2.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Then you need 2.
Maybe you could have 1.
No, I think we need more than
No. If you sign Richie, let's just say it's Richie, right? Because at the moment it probably is going to be Richie, right? So say you get Richie, yeah, and he doesn't flop, right? You've got him. You've still got Kovacic, yeah. You've got Foden, so that's 3, right? Bernardo's still here. Is he leaving in the summer?
If they want to get a fee,
right? Is Gundogan leaving in the summer?
No, I think
is De Bruyne leaving in the summer?
He's got a 1-year deal on the table. It's up to him.
So it'll be, we'll sign 2 if De Bruyne leaves. If De Bruyne don't leave, we'll only sign 1. We don't need 2 players if De Bruyne stays, because then you've got De Bruyne, Foden, Richie. Rodri will be back halfway through the season. Kovacic is still there. Gundogan is still there. And maybe Bernardo could be still there. So we'll only sign 1 midfielder. Maybe 2 if De Bruyne leaves. And if De Bruyne does, in fact, to be fair, yeah, because basically, if it was me, I'd sign Richie, whoever the Richie guy is, yeah, and then Musiala or Wirtz.
Unless we totally go for a massive revamp and we do a midfield McAtee, Echeverri, Richard, and go nice and young.
Got about Echeverri. He's not playing at the moment.
I know.
He's not in the team for River Plate, which is a bit annoying.
But by the way, the fan base will have to go mega patient at that point and not expect Champions League.
We need to look at this Mastuono guy, by the way.
Who?
Mastuono? You heard of him? River Plate. 17-year-old midfielder.
I'll be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have loads of time to watch.
Bro, this guy, mate, is different gravy, bro. Mastuono, yeah, different
Andrew,
gravy.
that's the midfield if we go to League 2.
Yeah.
Richie and McAtee.
Yeah.
With O'Reilly.
Nah, facts.
Sorry, I'm just naming you the expulsion midfield.
I know. Nah, because the thing is, we do need to spend money, right, in the summer.
There's got to be a reason we've kept money back.
You've got to go for Wirtz or Musiala. You've got to go for one of them. That's 120 million. Yeah. Right back. That's going to be probably 30 to 60 million. Potentially a new centre back if one of them leaves. That's 50 million.
See, somebody else I was told was that Angel Gomez.
Oh, nah.
But again, it's for me.
Nah.
I don't think we can afford, and I'm being very unfair because I've not watched it, but I don't think we can afford a punt on a Richer unless somebody's coming with him, or a Angel Gomez, especially because we've had the debate over Phillips, Nunes, etc. Now, can the board afford to get this one wrong?
No.
I'm going to be straight with you. I'd just go and splash the money and go and get someone.
You can't spend 130 million on 3 midfielders and them all not work.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm sorry. At this point, I would go and bag. I'd go to Inter Milan. They go, how much? 90.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't dick around anymore. This is not game time. This is not. We got to get it done now.
I agree. Go and get Barella, man. He's 27 years old. Yeah, he'll be 28 in January.
You're going to end up. And I think Kovacic is a great signing, but you're potentially going to end up with Calvin Phillips, who's still got to come back because there's no obligation to buy him, by the way, on that.
Yep, he'll be sold.
Calvin who's coming back. You've got Nunes, then needs sell. If Richie don't work out, or you know what I mean? I don't want to end up in a position where we haven't got anybody ready.
I agree. Barella, mate. I agree. I think Manchester City should bid for Barella in January. See what happens. If we can get him, we get him. If we don't,
making a great point there. Listen, I have no problem with Richie as a 10-year player. Bring him in now at 20 million quid, 30 million euros. Bring him in now. Great. I'll go with that. And what I'm unsettled with is asking him to be the Rodri guy now.
Yeah, and that's where
I'm a bit nervous on.
Yeah, and that's where...
And I don't get nervous.
No, but that's where this whole... If City are going to go for Richie in the summer as the backup DM, then they should just get him in January now. Do we have to change that strategy?
Yeah, but you'd have to change your potential thinking moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's the point. That's the point.
Because that midfield scares me going up.
I'm going to watch him again. I watched him last weekend. Did a watch along. We did some scouting on him last weekend. I'm going to watch him again on tomorrow. He's playing tomorrow night against Inter Milan. I think tomorrow as well. It's a big test. He's playing against Inter Milan. Good team. That's going to be a good test. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on tomorrow. I think we'll know a lot more.
Great point, by the way. Why are we backing a random Italian kid when we've got our own kids in our own system who know it?
Yeah, but as a DM. As a DM, who?
Jacob Wright, O'Reilly. Don't know.
Yeah, I don't think O'Reilly's a DM, no, me. Jacob Wright is a DM, but, you know, again, you know what I mean? Like, are we saying Jacob Wright? Like, again, this guy...
I get Andrew's part. I think Andrew's, what he's saying is, why are we trying to take everyone else's kids and not trusting our own kids?
No, I get what he's saying. The point is, though, Jacob Wright's played how many Premier League games? This Richie guy's played 100 Serie A games.
Yeah, no, but no, I know, but I agree with that. But if Richie had been at City's academy, he wouldn't have played 100 games.
No, of course he wouldn't. Because he wouldn't.
That's just circumstance.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that's because he's not got Rodri in front of him. But just because he's young, yeah, doesn't mean he's inexperienced. He's played 100 games in Serie A. This guy's an experienced player.
It's a chicken and an egg thing with our academy. I've had this debate for ages. The problem is our academy is unlike our first team is very hard to get into.
Of course it is.
They're not just, it's like I said, just Jacob Wright could go to Villa. Look at, by the way, Morgan Rogers I'll give perfect example, Morgan Rogers. Yeah. I watched him against Girona. When we came back from the World Cup, played Girona in the Academy Stadium. Morgan Rogers played, and I thought, nah, not it. Did he go to Bournemouth? Was it Bournemouth or Middlesbrough? One or two went down.
Middlesbrough, he went to Middlesbrough.
Did okay. He's now at Villa and balling.
Yep.
This is the problem. You don't know what they're going to be like 3 years down the road. Morgan Rogers now is like, wow. Palmer, wow. The difference is, trouble is with Palmer is he wouldn't have got the opportunities that he's getting at Chelsea. He wasn't getting the number 10 role at City.
No, but he could have played right wing. Don't get me started on Cole Palmer.
Could have played right wing, but he's not right wing for Chelsea anymore.
No, but he could have played right wing for us and been mint.
So
we should never have sold him.
It's the chicken and egg analogy with our academy. I don't know. It's an hard one.
Yeah, Dad says is Barella a DM though? He's not a DM, but I think he's like that Gundogan style where
he could play DM.
But that's a good point in the sense that like, should you buy Brian Barella as a midfielder who can cover DM is great, but we need a DM. We have no DM. So is Barella really the right option?
Well, it's just going off for United 100 million. We'll get Maynard.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Jesus.
Not now. No, I think I don't know what his position is. I don't think he's a 6. I don't think he's a 6. I don't know what he's. Nah, I think he got a bit too overhyped, and I think you see.
Who do you think is all right then? Money's no object.
Camavinga.
Could Madrid?
I think Camavinga's just a beast. They can play anywhere.
No, but you're saying it, and I've always said Madrid have got. This is why I've said be careful on the let's do the Galactico signings because look what happens at Madrid when you play that game.
Mm.
The house of cards comes falling down because everyone wants their own parking spot at the front.
Yeah.
Camavinga, maybe. Try it.
You ain't getting Camavinga, bro. I'd fucking love it if we got Camavinga, but you're not going to get
Camavinga. Unless you bid. You don't know, make the bid.
No, I do know. You ain't getting Camavinga out of there. No chance.
We've got the money.
I know we've got the money, but I just don't think they'd accept it. They wouldn't sell him.
I know, but if we do this accept defeat before we've even riven at the door.
No, Martin, this is Real Madrid and Camavinga we're talking about. Yeah.
See, maybe I'm playing too much FIFA now. Maybe I've gone to the FIFA side. Tushimena.
You might be. You got a better chance to get. I think you got a better chance of getting him than you got Camavinga.
Did you have him?
I don't think it's as good as everyone says. I think
it's better than what we got now.
Yeah, no, clearly he is. Camavinga's clear of him. I think he's decent. He's a good player, but I think he's. Would I take? Well, I mean, I would take him. Yeah, I mean, let's cut the crap. I would take him, obviously, but.
I like the way you stumbled and fumbled for a minute there.
Yeah, no, I would take him. I'm
not sure. See,
Camavinga would be amazing.
Valverde's not really a 6. You're all having a go at me about Barella not being a 6, then come up with Valverde.
Yeah, LB says Richie is built very well. He's a unit. We need that. Yeah, he looked all right. In last week, he looked all right. Like, don't get me wrong. Like his passing was min. He made a last-ditch tackle to stop a goal. I don't know. There was something about his game, though, that just like, sometimes when you watch him playing, you're just like, he didn't have that spark. But then he's playing for fucking Torino, and they didn't.
You know what it is to me? That name was never on. I never heard that name. And it doesn't matter what I hear, because I hear Josh.
What, Richie?
Yeah, I'd never heard of that name before last week.
Yeah, but then someone come out, didn't they, a journalist who worked for The Guardian, and said, we're interested in Richie. And then all of a sudden, you get
everyone ran with it.
Yeah, and now we're getting told from Italian press that City have got agents at the game on Saturday tomorrow. But Barella's not there. And Barella's been injured for over a week. Barella's been injured since like.
But there was a lot of reports last week about Barella and 75 million.
No. I know. But the point I'm making is, I do think there's legitimate interest in Richie from.
Oh yeah, no, there is. There's one. I know, and yeah, he's 100% on the list.
But the one thing you said this before, yeah, we cannot get this one wrong, mate.
No.
Yeah, if we get this one wrong, bro, Tiki's got an answer for this. He does, because you can't buy Phillips, flop. Nunes ain't really working at the moment, and then buy Richie, and then that doesn't work as well. Bro, like and then the only one that's worked is a 29-year-old Kovacic who knew what we was getting, and then Gundogan back.
I'm not doing the cheeky stuff.
No, but he does have
to
get
I have other reasons for that. So
no, but you understand what I'm saying, and you said it yourself. Like, he has to get this one right.
Yeah,
he has to get this one right.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, yeah, this guy's had a stinker in our midfield over the last 2 years. He has. He let Gundogan walk out of free transfer, stinker. Yeah?
I think
he missed out on Bellingham. He missed out on Rice. We went for Paqueta. That didn't go very well.
See, Andrew, I wasn't putting that. Andrew, I wasn't saying anything on that.
I'm just saying, like, he has to get this one right.
No, I don't think we've had stinkers. I think we've been a touch complacent, I'd say. And by the way,
we've had stinkers.
I include Pep in that because this is what Pep does have a big say in these signings.
What's Pep done wrong?
What do you mean?
Because
Pep needs to go ahead on some side. Like I told you, Pep didn't want João Neves in the summer. Didn't get him.
So what's he done wrong though?
So you think Pep had no say in Nunes or Rico?
I'm thinking that he didn't. He wanted Gundogan to stay.
Yes, but he still wanted Nunes. LB.
Man,
I know you don't like that little.
He wanted Bellingham over him. He wanted Rice over him. He wanted Paqueta over him.
No, if you seriously think Pep has no say in transfers, you're in cuckoo land.
I don't know if he did have a say in Nunes.
Of course he does.
Well, why is he never playing then?
2 years ago, he waxed lyrical about him.
I think Pep has a smaller say on players than people think. He didn't even know who Jeremy Doku was.
No, the thing with Jude Bellingham is Jude Bellingham did his dirt. We got used and we fell for it.
Yeah. But again, the point is, Tiki has to get this next signing right. He has to. He has to get this one right. We cannot buy a DM and it not work. When you've bought Phillips, fail. Nunes ain't working. You effed up the contract of Gundogan, and then all those players that we've just mentioned, you didn't sign any of them as well. He can't afford to get this one right. I think he's under a bit of pressure, Tiki, to get this one right. He has to get it right. Can't just keep buying player year after year after year and just keep on flopping until you strike gold.
No, I'm not saying he does. I do agree. I do think he has. I said it earlier. I think he has to get this one right.
Nah, defo.
People talking about Rico, Rice, Bellingham. Bellingham played games. Rice would have come to set. I'm not. People do not believe me on that. Rice would have come to set. You know, I was on a space, spoke to a former footballer who you've spoken to, LB, and they said clubs do not bid unless the player's already given the green light to go.
Nah,
the Rice thing. It was the price and it was the position.
No, I don't think it was. I disagree. I think what happened with the Rice thing was we said to Rice, we put the £90 million bid in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We went to Rice's camp, and said, listen, we're going to go in with this 105 bid, which is going to get accepted. Is he joining us? And they said, we'll have to see we'll have to see what Arsenal want to do. And that's why City pulled out. City pulled out real quick. Because he'd already given his agreement to Arteta in like April, March time that he wanted to go.
No, I don't believe City made that bid without Rice knowing that he would have come.
No, he would have come, but the point is, City then said, right, we're going to go in with this 105 bid, which is now going to get accepted. Is he flying up to Manchester straight away, signing for us? And they said,
Pep spoke to him, wasn't that?
They said, well, we'll have to see what Arsenal do.
No, that wasn't the question. The question was, what happens when Rodri's fit? That became the question.
Nah. So, bro, you think City is spending 90 mil to be on the bench?
No, because he wanted to play him as an 8.
But he gets played as an 8 loads for Arsenal.
Maybe it's different. I don't know. The Rodri thing was an issue. City do not make bids unless they know.
No, that might have been the issue. But the reason that City pulled out is because he wasn't sure about joining Manchester City.
Nah, City don't make bids to make themselves look stupid.
No, that's literally why we pulled out. Why did we pull out then? So we bid 90 million quid for Rice.
City were never going to 115 million away.
It wasn't 100, it was 105. No way,
bro.
You're telling me we bid 90 mil for Rice, but we weren't prepared to go to 105 to secure it.
No. Hang on a minute. LB. We were willing to go to 85 million for Bruno. Why wouldn't we just gone the extra 15 and done the 100?
I don't think we was really going to go for him. Oh. There's no way City did.
You think that same name just kept popping up for 4 months?
He had a 100 million release clause. He had a 100 mil release clause.
Happened.
Why did we pay the 100 mil release clause?
Because we didn't rate him at 100 million.
LB, we rate Grealish at 100 mil.
No. Yes, because see, this is the part you don't understand, LB. To Manchester City's board, if they think 2 million quid is too over the top, they won't do it.
I just do not believe for a second that City bid 90 mil for Rice and then over an extra 50 million
Hazard was in our boardroom and we pulled the deal at the last minute because his agent asked for extra money. Do you know why the Laporte deal failed on the? Yes.
No, I just don't believe that at all.
All right, you don't have to believe it.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't think that's the reason.
It's a well-renowned story amongst everyone knows that. Same with Isco. So, do you know the Laporte deal failed the first time because his agent asked for more money?
Nah, but bro, that's the point. I just do not believe that we would have gone to Rice and just pulled out of the deal over an extra 15 million quid when he would have secured our midfield for the next 5, 6, 7 years. I just don't believe that to be true. I think we bid the 90. I think we bid the 90 mil, right? We said to his camp, we're going to bid the 105. That's going to get accepted. Is he joining us? And they said, not sure. I'll have to see what Arsenal done. And then City went, we don't do not sures. He's either joining or he's not. They said, don't know. They said, we'll see you later.
City wouldn't have bid otherwise. City wouldn't have bidded. City don't make blind bids.
No, but they bidded to let them know we're serious.
No, we bid it. We'd have already would have spoken. This is what I mean. Everyone thinks the bid's the first thing that goes in. The bid's one of the last things that goes in.
No, but the bid showed Rice that we're serious.
We'd already spoken to Rice.
Yeah, but the bid showed him that we're serious.
Right, but we'd already spoken to him and gone, if we put this bid in, would you come?
And he probably said, yeah.
If it had said no, we'd have gone, right, no bid.
And he said, yeah. So City put the 90 mil bid in. It got rejected.
No, LB. Josko Gabardio. How anal and tight were we over that money? We were
mega.
Faffing around over 3 and 4 million quid.
Unbelievable.
That tells you. And you're sat there going, why didn't we just go the extra 15? That's not the way our board plays. Our board will not.
I don't think it's but I don't think it's comparable. I don't think it's comparable with Rice. No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I genuinely think that's what happened. I think we went 90 mil.
Honestly, LB, if someone says to us, if we think a player is only worth 75 mil and they go 80 and we go buy.
Depends who it is. Depends on the situation. We had no one. We was desperate. We were desperate.
No, because hang on. We went a season with no Aguero replacement, a season with no company replacement. No, nothing to do with that. We will wait. And we'll suffer.
But the thing is, that strategy is wrong. If what you're saying is
we
right,
had Eric Garcia in our defence for the season.
Martin, if that is the strategy, which by the way I don't think it is, I think you're wrong. But if that is the strategy, then that's a rubbish strategy. Because now you've spent 50 mil on Nunes, so you would have been better off just spending 105 on Rice in the first place. Yeah, you're spending an extra 55 million quid, but at least you've got a player that's actually decent and plays in the team.
No, see, this
you buy cheap, you buy twice, man.
No, but this is a board who are still getting money for players 10 years down the road. They put so many clauses in where they're pulling money in that no one realizes.
That tells me that, well, if we're so rich, if we're so cash rich, why are you haggling over 15 million quid over one of the
because it's the valuation. They don't value it.
But sometimes you have to overpay. Sometimes you have to overpay.
I'm on the board. It's not my fault they do business.
No, but that's the point I'm making. I'm not saying it's your fault. That's the point I'm making. I'm saying if you're right, if what you're saying is right, which I don't believe to be true, but if it is right, then that strategy is crap.
I've got more evidence than you have on that.
Right, but okay. Well, if you have evidence, I'm telling you that
I've just told you all the evidence.
I'm telling you that's a bullshit strategy.
You've got the evidence. You just don't want to see it.
No, because I disagree with the evidence. I don't think the evidence is legit.
So, Josko Gabardio, what happened there?
We negotiated extremely hard and fantastic deal, but that's not the same because we didn't. But the thing is, bro, but the two are not comparable because we were in a desperate situation with the midfield because we just let Gundogan go.
No. So you think then if Bruno Guimaraes and these release clause, you said about Grealish was a release clause. Also came with a different thing because people don't realize come with a Gucci contract and everything else that bought with it. There was a lot of things in the Grealish stuff. Headband, shirt. Grealish is one of the biggest high-selling shirt people in the club.
Mm.
There was a lot. They've made the money back in Grealish. I know people don't believe that, but they have. I was on outside influences. Maybe they haven't on the pitch, but they have on the outside of it.
Mm.
Haaland. Do you think if Haaland hadn't had a release clause, 55 mil. What was it? Say he was on the open market and City went, we only rate him at 100. And Real Madrid went 150. Do you think we'd have matched 150?
I don't think we would have. I think we should have.
That's no.
Yeah, but you've gone. Yeah, but mine, man, you've just gone.
I agree. That's where we should. I do think we should.
But you've just gone. You've just gone from 100 to 150. I'm saying going from 90 to 105.
LB, I've seen us pull out of deals over 2 million. And you're 15.
But Van Dijk. I'm saying that's wrong. I'm saying we shouldn't be pulling out of deals over like small fees when you're in a desperate situation.
Would you have paid 75 million for Virgil van Dijk?
Well, clearly now, hypothetically, yeah.
Right. It's well known on the Amazon documentary, Karl went too expensive. They're asking for silly money.
But in the end, it wasn't silly money.
Didn't rate him. Right.
Well, if you don't rate him, why are we signing him?
Alexis Sanchez, you spend one. What we did with Alexis Sanchez is exactly what Arsenal, which you are right with, did with Rice. 1 whole year negotiating. We negotiated a fee, we negotiated wages, and then United come in and go, here's $500,000 a week. By the way, it shook his hand with City at this point. It was all done. Bad signing.
Correct.
He go back and go, oh, he phone up, sir, bit more money. City go, no.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You've agreed a deal.
I agree with that.
This is what I mean. City.
I think when it comes to wages, I have a slightly different.
What I'm trying to say is you're looking at our owners also work on a principle, which I know rivals will be listening to this going, hi, your owners' principles. They are. Your word is your honor. Don't change deals as we're going around.
No. But my point is, I'm saying the strategy sometimes has to change depending on your situation.
When we're getting you bored, but
let me tell you this. Let me tell you this with the Gvardiol thing. Yeah, we already had Ake, who's mint. We could afford to negotiate. We could afford to play hardball. No, wait a second. Let me land. We could afford to play hardball over Gvardiol because if it fell through, we already had Ake, and everyone was buzzing. Remember when we signed Gvardiol? No one was in this chat saying Gvardiol's got to start left back over Ake. No one said that. We didn't even know he was going to play left back. And we already had defenders. So we could afford to play hardball over Gvardiol. He got
criticised actually for a very long time, if you remember.
He did. So we could afford to play hardball over Gvardiol because if it fell through, we already had good players anyway. When it comes to a position that you're weak in, your strategy has to change. And sometimes you have to overpay to get the player in to cover the weakness in the squad. I.e., we don't have a midfielder because Gundogan's just left. I.e., we don't have a striker because Aguero's just left. And sometimes, in those situations, first of all, you should ask yourself, why have we got ourselves in this situation in the first place? Yeah? Because Gundogan didn't get the contract that he should have given him in the first place. Yeah? Because we didn't give Gundogan the contract that he wanted, he left, and then we put ourselves in that position. And then we don't get him, we end up panicking, and we end up signing Nunes at 50 million. And my point is, well done. You've just wasted 50 mil on Nunes because he will be sold probably in the summer for less. He'll probably be sold, funny enough, for around £15 million less than you bought him for.
Okay. How much did we
offer spent that 15 million on Rice?
How much did we offer Harry Maguire? And by the way, you're going to go, thank God we did. I know, I agree, hindsight. Harry Maguire, we're willing to go to 65.
Right.
So you just said 15 million is not a lot. So it's 20 million a lot.
It depends on the situation.
Right. No, but at the time we only had Eric Garcia.
Right. What year did Maguire sign for United?
He was going to come in when Company left, if you remember.
He signed for United in 2019.
Yeah, when Company went. So that's my point. So at the time we had no centre back.
Yeah.
We went at 65. We were willing to go to 65 mil. United went, no, we're going to 85. This is my point. City went, we don't rate him at 85.
Right.
Even though they were desperate for a centre back.
So centre backs, then we had John Stones,
Laporte.
We had Laporte, Otamendi.
Yep.
So that's
Otamendi was coming to the end. We had Eric Garcia. Before we got Diaz. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying is that City have got this. You might not agree with it,
We also had Rodri and Fernandinho, because I think Fernandinho played left centre back that year, didn't he?
Yeah, but do you remember the Norwich when we went away to Norwich and got absolutely tated and got embarrassed?
No, but my point on the Maguire thing is,
LB. I'm just saying that's the principle we are on.
It may
be wrong.
But the point that I'm making is on that. So that season, we already had 3 centre backs. Yeah.
No, plus, he was coming to the end.
No, he was coming to the end, but we still had him as a player. Right, so it was still a player that could play for us. And obviously Pep was clearly happy to play Fernandinho partly at centre-back. So when you look at that situation...
I think you've forgotten about that season.
What do you mean?
I think you've forgotten about how bad defensively we were.
No, because you can't do that, though. You can't then go, yeah, but LB, we were shit. The point is, at the time of the transfer window, we had 3 centre-backs, and clearly Pep Guardiola was happy to play Fernandinho at centre-back.
No, you're changing that. No, LB, they wanted a centre-back.
I didn't say that it was centre-back. You're not listening to what I'm saying. My point is...
I am listening.
No, the point is we had 4 players who could play centre-back that season. So they're not going to spend...
Well, hang on, I don't understand the point of that. Then we don't need a DM then, because we've got 3 players who can play DM now.
No, but they're not DMs. We had 3 centre-backs.
Wasn't a centre-back, but you just included him in your back line.
No. Okay, listen. We had 3 centre-backs that season. And we had another one in Fernandinho, which Pep clearly was happy to play centre-back. Now, they wanted a centre-back, but were the club willing to spend an extra £20 million over what they felt was market value for a centre-back when they've already got 4 players? No, that's why that obviously failed. When it comes to Rice, we needed Rice. We needed a striker. That's when you pay the extra money, because we didn't have anyone.
The point of all right then, why did we get what I'm trying to say is I'm not saying what is wrong. I'm not saying that the club's stance is probably right on that. I do think there's times where we should pay a bit more. In hindsight, would I have gone to the 100 million for Bruno? Yeah.
Would you have gone to 105 for Rice?
Yes, but it doesn't matter now. The problem is it's done, but City are a bit, if we don't want to pay it, we don't pay it. City are very anal
I'm completely fine with that stance if it's a player that you don't 100% need. But when you're in a situation...
There's about 7 to 8 examples of us doing the exact same thing over various players.
But I'm saying that's wrong.
So that's just a club stance.
Yeah, but I'm saying the club stance has to be more flexible.
It's like if you're not happy, leave. Some fans hate that. They think we should fight more for players. No, sorry. They think we should kick players out. It's like, I've heard that, if Nunes was at Chelsea, I feel like I'm picking on Nunes. If Nunes was at Chelsea, it'd be in the reserves. And they want City to be a bit more ruthless like that, if that makes sense. They want to be a bit more nasty, a bit more ruthless. I think City have a nice harmony. We want to be the nice club. It must be working because we're frigging doing everything we're doing.
No, bro. I'm not saying that. I just think that sometimes you have to be flexible with your approach. You can't go into every transfer, with the same approach. Like, do you remember when we negotiated with Napoli over Koulibaly, whoever it was, or Jorginho?
Both. Exactly. Jorginho, another example.
Sometimes in transfers, you have to change your strategy. Gvardiol, no problemo. We didn't need him. We weren't desperate for him. Change your strategy.
Arguing for his own point that he actually knows that I've been saying for 25 minutes.
No, because you disagree.
I'm not. What I've said is it's the way it is.
But I'm saying it's wrong. I'm saying that strategy is wrong.
No, you didn't. You said it wasn't the strategy at the beginning.
No, because I don't think it was the strategy. But I'm saying if it was the strategy, then that strategy is wrong. You should not go into every transfer.
And you put another example out there, Jorginho.
So Jorginho was just stupid. You go into Napoli, you should go into that thinking we're paying what they want because we ain't getting nothing.
No, we're not. Do you know why City don't do this? We pay.
Well, then what's the point in trying to buy a player from Napoli?
You've got everyone over the barrel.
Well, don't go to Napoli and try to buy a player.
You're the kind of person who walks into a shop and the cashier dreams of, because they're sat there going, this guy will pay out.
No, that's not true. I'll tell you what I would have done over Jorginho. I would have rung him up. I would have said, right, how much is Jorginho, mate? He goes 50 mil. I sit there with my staff and I go, are we paying 50 mil or not? And if they say no, I'm not going back and negotiating because I know how they are.
Do you pay sticker price on a car?
No, I'd negotiate.
Bollocks. Bollocks you would.
The point is when you're going to someone like Napoli, you've got to be prepared to pay what they want. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point?
Well, by the way, just throw that one out. You know, the winger they've got, I don't even ask him to pronounce his name. They're also scouting him. I don't know when for, maybe this summer.
Fucking brilliant. That's another 5-year negotiation strategy then. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's different now. I don't think De Laurentiis does the negotiations. Aren't they got a new chief exec? They brought someone in, didn't they, to do all that crap now.
But my part on the Kvaratskhelia thing, so what I do on the Kvaratskhelia thing, I'd ring them up. I say, what's his price? They go 100 mil. I say, right, speak to you in a bit. I go and speak to the board. I say, 100 mil Kvaratskhelia, we're paying it or not? And then they say, yeah, you're paying it. All right, buzz in, go and pay the 100 mil. They say, no, we need to negotiate. I say, I ain't negotiating. Let's go for someone else. Because there's no point.
See, do you know what it is? I do.
What we did with Jorginho.
One thing I will say is, I do think Cheeky's probably a poor negotiator.
I don't think he's a poor negotiator. I just think sometimes in life, there's a time when you just got to pay the price.
But saying that, if I'd have told you 6 months ago we're going to sell Alvarez for nearly 90 million quid, you'd have laughed at me. I went on never a foul. Tell you what, exactly. I went never a foul, and I said Alvarez might be leaving, and they all looked at me and went, "Nah." I went, "How much?" Said City, what about 85, 90 mil? And they all looked at me. There was about 6 of them, wide-eyed, jaws to the floor, going, "What a load of bullshit." And I went, "You'll see." So
yeah,
he can't. So I know where we're giving him the angst, but let's give him a bit of praise as well.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's a poor negotiator. I just think there's times in life where there's no negotiation to be had, mate. And if you want the product, you want the service, you've just got to pay the price.
Like when you had Hamza on the other night, I discussed it last night on my space. You know, City have always done this. We buy the next level down from the superstar and build them up into the superstar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that. I think that was a great model to get us to where we're at now. I think we need to be a bit more flexible now. Because to stay at the top, I do think you do need the sprinkling of 1 or 2 of the best.
I agree.
I'm not saying loads. I'm not saying we need 4 and 5 of them. Don't want to do a Real Madrid or a PSG. I'm just talking 1 or 2. Because the trouble is, and this is why I was a bit nervous about the Richie thing, not because I don't know a lot about him. Going from Rodri to Richie is a massive, massive difference. That's all I'm saying. And I just think it's like the KDB. The KDB replacement has to be correct.
Yeah. Well, no. The KDB thing, if they get Verts or Musiala, I'm happy. If it doesn't work, I ain't blaming Tiki for that. I'm not blaming Tiki.
If they come back to you and said Xavi Simons, would you be happy?
I wouldn't really be.
Because again, he's on the list.
I wouldn't be over the moon with that.
Well, he's on the list.
Yeah, I wouldn't be over the moon with that. I think you've got to go Musiala or Verts.
I'm not saying completely change. I just think the strategy, because someone said the strategy's worked to this level to get us to where we are. Now it's more about sustaining this level. Because you can't go much further. Jeez, you can't go further up. Unless you're talking invincible 119-point season or whatever it is.
You've got to go. For me, you've got to go Musiala or Verts. I think if you get one of those and it doesn't work, I ain't going to be criticising TK. I'm going to be criticising the club or anyone because they are the golden ticket, yeah? If you get a Simmons and it don't work, I'm just going to be sitting there going, why didn't you go for a Verts or Musiala? Because the thing is as well, people are going to sit here, like, what, you think you're going to get Simmons on the cheap? It's still going to be 70, 80 mil. You might as well go get Musiala or Verts for 120. Who are clearly, like, the top players. So for me, you've got to go for one of them too.
Yeah, I know Musiala they've offered him a mega contract. We'll see how that goes. It's weird how Bayern Munich start offering mega money when other clubs get interested in it.
Well, We'll have to wait and see. I mean, the news coming out of Bayern seems like it might happen. They might sign him up now that they're going to offer him cash in it. So we'll see.
Do you know what it is with me with Richard? To go back is I'd rather buy Richie in the summer and go with someone like Kimmich for 6 months if you're going to play the plaster over a cup thing.
Kimmich is dead. You ain't getting Kimmich now, mate.
No, I'm just thinking if we're going to do this plastering part, this is why if we're going to do it, let's do it and let's do it properly. Yeah,
I don't think you're going to get Kimmich in January now.
And that's all it is. What we'll say it's up to the. Do you know what? Imagine the board do now. We sign no one.
If they don't sign anyone, I think that's shambolic. I can't lie. I think it's terrible. If you don't sign anyone in January, I think that's terrible, personally.
Do you know what doesn't help is all the behind the scenes stuff. Don't help. It's because we don't know. We don't know what's affecting what and what domino is waiting to drop on other things. And that's the problem. You know yourself, and I won't go into it. There's a lot of uncertainty at the moment. So,
yeah, well, this is not a bad suggestion. Martin said get Richie and Barella with Nunes going to winter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe both, and let Richie come in and learn.
Yeah, that's a shout.
I don't want to put too much pressure on the lad.
Yeah, no, I agree. Big up Jess as well. Says, what do you think of the Club World Cup rules now? Yeah, I've seen that Pep had a little of a pop at it in the
garbage.
Yeah, they're doing this. Do you remember when they did this in the Carabao Cup a few years ago? I think United got fined, didn't they? Or someone got fined for. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Blackpool. Ian Holloway. Funny, I spoke about him the other day. It was Ian Holloway as a manager, and he rested his players or something. Someone rested a player. Or that was Nick McCarthy. Someone rested the players in the Premier League or Carabao Cup, because they wanted to prioritise another game, right? And they got fined for not playing the best players. And it's like,
I know. Who was the guy who used to be the former Ireland manager?
It was Mick McCarthy, wasn't it, DJ?
Mick McCarthy, yeah.
He was Mick McCarthy rested his players in a game. I think it was a Premier League game now, actually, because he wanted to focus on the next Premier League game. Because it was like they must have had like. Yeah, they must have had like United away at Old Trafford when United were decent, right? So, and then he had like a relegation 6-pointer the week after. So we played all these dead players against United. They got beat like 3-0 or something. And then the Premier League went, we're fining you because you didn't play your best players. Because in the rule book, it says you got to play your best players. And everyone kicked off, to be fair, and went, well, hang on a minute. You can't tell him who's the best player is. Who are you to dictate who the best player is? So, but you've not. I think eventually that got canned in it because you've not seen that rule be enforced for a while.
No, and I think it's stupid. I think it's encouraging injuries, and they're trying to get around it with this. Well, we'll give you an earlier transfer deadline. We'll let you open your window earlier. And then, but I want to know is what do you do with KDB if his contract's gone? Because technically, he's still under last season's terms. So his contract but his contract runs. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of answering here. This is why I think Pep will end up staying, because I think if it had gone, we would have needed already to plan by now.
No, absolutely. Facts. I agree.
And he keeps saying wait, and he keeps saying, look at the way he's talking a minute, this club's in my bones. I'll be honest with you, I think he's laying the groundwork for in a few weeks of announcing something.
You reckon?
He has to be. Can you imagine he says, I mean, if you think about what we've heard lately, that happens and Pep goes, Jesus Christ, we're going to the World Cup with no one.
My goal. Yeah, I just seen this on Twitter, man. Big up Mahrez.
Yeah, but it's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's waiting for what? I think he's waiting
for this 1,000 times. Can we start remembering who in the fuck we are as a football team? We are the best.
115.
We're the best.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody call us down. And I keep saying it. Arsenal can be favourites for me. Let them be favourites. Enjoy the tag. The trouble is, every time I try and give them the favourites tag, they don't want it. They're passing it back to me.
Answer this question. I'll be back in a sec. Answer that, man.
Who? Pep? No. I think it's a family thing. I think he's speaking with family. That's what I personally think, anyway. I do think there's probably, it's like the contracts. People aren't about the contracts. You could put clauses in contracts, like LB said 1,000 times. So no. I do know mentally, well, I got told mentally, It's affected people at the club. Staff, players, everyone. They are mentally drained from it all. And I think you would. When you've been accused, when your livelihood and
they're getting mentally drained, what, because of 115?
Yeah. I think they just want it done. City are like, we want this done. They can't wait for it.
Mate, this 115 thing, mate, I change my view. I change my view on it every day, mate. Every day. One day I'm like, we're getting relegated. Next day I'm like, we're gonna fucking bust case.
You. LB for 5 years has built his YouTube channel, got amazing subscribers, everything, and then all of a sudden he comes out and says you bought all your subscribers, which he hasn't, by the way. But you've gone and bought all your subscribers.
Yeah.
You would feel attacked. You'd be like, that's all my hard work. You're having a pop. And people go, don't take it personal. Of course it's personal. You are discrediting Pep Guardiola, the board, and everyone on their work. You're discrediting the players. People say about how come our players are being rattled and they're saying stay humble and everything else. Our players have been attacked.
Yeah, I know.
People forget this.
Yeah, no. It's a bit of a madness. Like I say, for me,
pissed off.
Yeah, no, like I say, for me, I don't know, mate. I just change my mind every day. 1 minute, 1 minute we're getting relegated. Next minute we're fine. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just fucking know. I hope to God we get not guilty, man. I don't like. Listen, if we get found guilty, we get like relegated. I'm not that bothered about playing in the Championship for a season or working our way up. Like, I actually think it could be pretty fun. And part of me is like, that would be pretty cool. It's the fucking. I want to fucking, the rival fans.
You got muting in the chat.
I want to like this. I want to like that. Right. Why is the mutant?
Norua.
Let's have a look. Norua says, you guys are fucking pricks. You won't will any damn thing this fucking season. Fucking half. Okay. You care to tell us who you support then, innit? So we can...
he never tells you. I keep asking him this, so it might be a shame. They never tell you.
Oh, really?
No. I'm presuming Arsenal. Can't be a United fan. United fan wouldn't have that much chest. A United fan wouldn't even be in this chat right now.
Yeah. Weird, I don't know. Strange, isn't it? Strange.
Mutants all over the world.
There are mutants everywhere. But yeah, listen, we'll have to see it. Let's see what happens. LB, stop waffling like a kid. Pop H stupid to stick around if he thinks we are losing the court case. Come on, LB.
Oh, he's an Arsenal fan. Your favourites. Have the tag your favourites. You're the best team in the world. But don't come crying in May.
Enjoy it, man. That's pretty decent chest for a team that's never won the Champions League and a team that's not won the Premier League in 20 years. You have insane chest, man. So fair play to you. Right, okay. That's that's a good. I'll bet he's Arsenal with all that emotion. They are an emotional fan base. They are. You're
an arrogant fan base considering the done jack shit.
Yeah, I know.
I've never seen
arrogance and emotion of that fan base is wild. I ain't ever seen anything like it. You know what I mean? Like, I respect like Real Madrid fans and that. I respect it because they just win Champions League every year. But from a club that don't win nothing,
it makes me laugh how they criticise people for celebrating goals, but they celebrate second place.
Yeah,
I've never seen it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, but you're the favourites. I've made your favourites. Favourites tag is yours. If you fail, we're coming after you big time, though. Just accept. So you better win. Because if you don't win, you're in trouble. And I expect your manager to be sacked. Because we made your favourites now. You got the best goal and the best defence. Come on.
Yeah, true.
No more excuses.
True facts. It is. Right, let's wrap it up, man. We've been live over 2 hours. Big up to everyone for joining us. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. If you have, smash a like. Make sure you give us your thoughts in the comments section down below.
Nunes.
I mean, I'm not against you singing Nunes, bro.
I want to do it because I was going to have got this. I'm thing.
Yeah, I'm not anti Nunes, but yeah, listen, big up people, man. I might be live. In fact, I probably will be live. I might do some Madden later on as well. Might get some Madden.
I'm going. No, I've heard about your Madden. Don't bother.
Nah, I'm cooking. I'm cooking. We are cooking.
Are you going on easy settings?
Nah, I'm going back up to pro, mate. Fuck the rookie mode, mate.
It's a bit ambitious for you, that, isn't it?
Yeah, nah, we'll be there. We'll be there. Yeah, guys, make sure you are following up the Twitch. Link in description. Make sure you're following Mancunian Way as well. That'll go in the title right now as well. So go and get him up to 5K, man.
Oh yeah, can I just announce this? When we get to 5K, we're doing a massive giveaway. We're doing 2 whole Manchester City tickets for a match can sort out, and you will get a Manchester City shirt of your choice. That'll be a 5K giveaway.
There you go, guys. Link is in the title.
We're going to get a 5K first,
man. Yeah, make sure you go subscribe. No team for tomorrow. Quickly, I'd go back 4. We know the back 4. We both agree on what we do. Akanji, Stones, Diaz, Gavardio. That's what we do if we was a manager. Midfield, I'd go Kovacic, Foden. And you know what? I'd change my mind. I'd actually run Gundogan again. Left wing Grealish, right wing Savio, up front.
He said he wanted informed plays in 25 minutes ago. He's throw Gundogan in now.
Loyalty, mate. Loyalty.
You're loyal. I'm
a loyal man. I'm loyal.
Credit in the bank. That's what his name is now. Credit in the bank.
The bank sometimes have to make difficult decisions. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll be live later. I'll be live later on.
3-0. Clean sheet. I've even gone clean sheet this week.
You're brave. In fact, John Stone starts. I'm backing a clean sheet as well.
We've got to do a clean sheet at some point, LB.
Yeah. If he starts, I'll back it. If he starts, I'm not backing a clean sheet. Yeah. I'm not backing a clean sheet without John Stones.
Tomorrow for the post chat. You doing a panel show?
Yeah, I'll message the guys in a bit, innit? So, yeah, we'll get something sorted. We'll sort the times out. But, yeah, listen, big up people, man. Smash a like, subscribe, follow up the Twitch, link in description. We're live tonight. Madden. Woo! See you in a bit.